you I'm not the average guy. It's just my flaws that they magnify. And when it's real, you don't have to try. Another way, tomorrow is another day. Drugs take the pain away. Sometimes I wanna run away. I wish there was another way. Tomorrow is another day. Drugs take the pain away. Sometimes I wanna run away.
See, I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. Don't act like you are doing a favor, but honestly I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later, so I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. My head has been spinning, I might need a minute. I've been dying to kick it, so just come with if you with it. And this game that we're playing, you want me but won't say it. If I told you I'm leaving, you would be so devastated. Oh, and I don't want no bullshit excuse, like you ain't got no time for me, as if that shit was true. Just tell me how it is, how you want it. If you're down, want a summit, I got plans and you're one of them. Not trying to pretend. See, I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. Don't act like you are doing a favor, but honestly I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later, so I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah.
Hold up, did you really think I'm bout it? Say she wanna leave, but it's way too crowded. But I'll vibe with you, I'm playing games, I ain't trying to lose. And if I take you back, I'ma kiss your neck. I could be your now, I could be your next. I could be the one to relieve your stress. When we talk about sex, she unzip that dress. Bless, maybe one day I could take it. Give it to me, cause I'm tired of waiting. I'm like the latest, #1 play on your playlist. Don't trip if these other girls play it. And I don't like to fight, you're the type that I'd like to wife. Guy feeling like life is nice, at the movies eating Mike and Ike's. And if the price is right, then I guess I'm bout it.
See, yeah. I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. Don't act like you are doing a favor, but honestly I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later, so I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah.
Champagne for breakfast, first things first, never put you second. Girl, don't be stressing, I forgot to mention I'm bout it, don't be offended. I fucks with you cause you're down to earth. Got an ounce of perp if you're down to burn. You got a plan and you're still in school, or you got a man but that shit is cool, right? And if you like, you can stay for the night. Don't stay for the love, don't stay for the life. Know my name, then say it to me twice. Let me hear that shit, let me see that shit. You could be the one if you wanted to, or you got games, you could keep that shit. Girl, come and let me know what you wanna do.
Be who you wanna be, I will not blame you. Do what you wanna do, don't wanna play you. If you would come with me, then I would take you anywhere you want to go. Yeah. Even if you're looking for the one, and I couldn't be him, you'd be sure to see in that I won't just go and take home anyone. I'm about you, girl. See, I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. Don't act like you are doing a favor, but honestly I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later, so I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah.
Niggas must have forgot their alphabet. Let me explain. Here it goes. A is for ambition. Be what I wanna be. See past the situation that's in front of me. Doubters and enemies. F we say fuck them. The irony is they inspire me to love them. G is past go when ignite the cash flow. When H is put your heart in whatever's your last hope. I inspire, but two light the fire. So we be the streets' #1 supplier. And J is for them Jordans for my niggas when I make it. Give me 2 of those strange no-name kicks. Earth, wind, and fire type. Elemental beast that resembles me, and it accounts for LMNOP. You the track up like, oh, you impressed, get your bread, kid, but never let it go to your head. That's S for success, to be the best. T is teach back what you learn, that's next. Cause you got the power, V for voluntary action. W is right out to life with a passion. X is expect to fail, why cease to dream? Even when you ain't catching them Z's, and that's the alphabet.
For so long, been surviving for so long. I know that things will come. I've been trying for so long, been surviving for so long. I know that things will come, they will come.
Yo, think they starting to follow me. So A is to attempt to be the change you wanna see, and D is to be different. But tell us what you mean. Like, are you one of them good guys, or you one of us fiends? Either way, you gotta eat. Elevate your mind right, cause F is for the fine life, and that's how you define life. But I say G is get back to your home, and H is help the people that done help you along. Oh yeah, fuck it, we go back to F, cause that's for freedom. G is keep it good thoughts, cause buddy, you gon' need them. And H is if your hood stars, buddy, you gon' feed them. Cause it's bad enough when niggas get the check and get to leaving. J is for them jump offs, we wanted as kids. Looking through the glass, seeing the life we wanna live in. M is more money, more problems, and N-O is no P's, and that's pessimistic profits. Q, quit thinking, and R, you still with me, and S is stress less than T, it's to infinity. U is that it's all about you, and that's why a nigga fucked around and left out I. VW is very wise, and X is this exam, but why lie? You got zip if you ain't got fam, and that's the alphabet.
For so long, been surviving for so long. I know that things will come. I've been trying for so long, been surviving for so long. I know that things will come, they will come. Trying for so long, been surviving for so long. They will come. Trying for so long, been surviving for so long. They will come. Trying for so long, been surviving for so long. I know that good things will come, they will come.
If my songs go pop, 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 what makes you think I'm not okay with that? I took my backpack off, ready to change the game and run the track. Y'all thinking I'ma fall off? I'm Thomas the Edge. 2 seconds, you get your rocks off. That's why they said you're all soft. So I paint over the theme like I'm Bob Ross. I got weed songs, if you smoke good. I got peace songs, if you ain't so hood that you can't kick it, get it, have a party. Oh shit, homie, don't hurt nobody. Let your knees drop while the beat rock. Need my scheme seem something like P-Rock. You gotta hit the G-spot, life's too short like an Ewok. Live it, let your nerves shake while the earthquake. Do the bird like it's purple rain. Now say something stupid about girls and drinks and slur your words and sip on Chardonnay. Now roll some up. What you waiting for? Roll some up. Eyes low if you roll like us. So when I say so, everybody jump, jump.
don't chase cream, so we feed it to the children. Paint new faces on the canvas as I write classic poems like Sanskrit. Epic, 3 letters, don't forget it. Pronounce soul, but I got soul in excess. The next best to the best, but the best ain't rain yet. So I guess we all kings, yes. A rising tide will raise all boats, but if you throw stones, nobody floats. Negativity breeds nothing but ills. That's why I paint the perfect picture with the team that I build. Say cheese and pose like a G, and some gold dookie ropes like Run DMC. Too many homies on my team, made a whole fucking album with my family. Yeah. If you love life, don't ever let it waste, y'all. That's why you gotta make love, make peace, make noise, make art. Let me get a soul clap. Can I get a soul clap? Let me get a soul clap. Can I get a soul clap? Soul clap for me.
Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them.
Snake, good. I try to tell him both. I try to tell him both. Let's get it. I got you on what? Yes. One time. My homie selling chronic when my partner's pushing property. My DJ making him sandwiches so that he can rock with me. I'm grading overtime, underappreciated. Damn, I feel the pain. Know that it's under alleviated. Feel like I'm under a microscope. Dopify my particles. So you'll see me pop up in little critical articles talking about who's the next to the best of beaming with that potential. Y'all pretending to like me is boosting my credentials. Had introductions with fancy, I've been equating with lavish and learned that wanting is haunted. We used to know you don't have it. I want bucks like in Tampa, never lower my standards. That's why I still got my eye on this little thing from Atlanta. I'm getting better, baby, nothing is new. And if you tell me that you fuck with me, I fuck with you too. I got the goods for you haters, I just stick to the roots. And when the mountains blow, load a silver bullet and shoot. I'm like,
let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I.
round 2, man. Scotty, always keep your head up. Know the universe is rooting for us. It's all the days we fed up that'll never let us let up. Working graveyard shifts to reach the top of the totem. Swallow emotion like I'm drowning the ocean. I'm autographing my initials like the MVP. Let's make a show of my reality on MTV. Until the death I'm repping local in the DMV. The kid connected from the Apple to the SEC. So many tens I see. My brother swanking me, just doing our thing. Now him and D-Rock earned a scholarship and got that ring. We elevated, we too fly for y'all to chop our wings. The celebration's overdue. Bottle pop like kings. I'm fighting lazy, killing 16s with gratitude. Never liked authority and always copped an attitude. Never up for settling, but always up for rum and coke. And still regret it every single time a bum and smoke.
Let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I. Let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I.
See, Caroline, all the guys would say she's mighty fine, but mighty fine only got you somewhere half the time. And the other half either got you cursed out or coming up short. Yeah, I dig this now. Even though You'd need a golden calculator to divide the time it took to look inside and realize the real guys go for real. Down to Mars girls.
Now my team, own brothers I ride with, though I got no whip. Brothers we scheme, tryna cuff a bad bitch. All this light skin shorty that can rock them hips. Goddamn, but she frontin', say she only messing with the finest. Well, Caroline, oh Caroline, here's a nickel for your thoughts. I'll give you what I got. Cause Caroline, you a dime and I'm still the same boy rocking Levi's in the fitted. Same boy downtown living. Let me show you round town. I've been around girls, but I can't front. I ain't been around too many women. Wait. Pardon me, you a bitch with lips that I would kiss, but shit, your shit stink. So quit tripping, thinking that we on the same damn page. Dumb bitch, I'ma leave that shit blank.
Caroline, all the guys would say she's mighty fine. She's mighty fine. But mighty fine only got you summer half the time.
Word?
And the other half, either got you cursed out or coming up short. Yeah, yeah. Now dig this now, even though you need a golden calculator to divide the time it took to look inside and realize the real guys go for real. Down to Mars girls. Work.
I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see that roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe like roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe out like. I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see that roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe like roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe out like.
Little rascals all ground from the fights and stitches, from the bikes to a car that's tinted. Where I fucked Veronica, but she won't admit it. Cause I fucked Betty too, I'm just Archie with it. Woo. But you let me on after you was underneath with my leather on.
And we are live. Hello, everyone. Can you hear us? Should be short.
Hello.
It sounds it.
Can you hear everything, Max? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, guys. If you'd like to like and share the video, and of course, we have a special guest, the well-known Maxine, the owner of Death Wish Mods.
What's up?
There he is. We got him in the building.
I got the button right.
So if you would like to say hello to Max, and yeah, man, we've got him. Very, very special guest. It's an honor to have you here, dude.
I'm happy to be here. Glad you guys asked. I was driving by, wanted to see the facility.
I was in the
You know, I missed you guys at Expo. You guys weren't there, so
I know.
I had to come say hi.
We're sticking to the October one, I think. Though we never want to write off of it the Vapor Expo because that's kind of where we first exhibited. Ever.
Yeah.
Was that the first one we ever did, Jay?
That's the first one I've ever done.
May 2016, first Expo we ever did, and that was like 2 weeks' notice. We're like,
Yeah,
fuck it, let's do it. And then we're like, fuck, we just had to we didn't realize the shit that went into it.
You did
How
great,
well
too.
that did. How well that
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Well,
you
we
guys did great back then.
we launched Rogue,
Yeah.
and we had the TYB Hexomes done.
Yeah.
And in fact, you hooked me up with the rigs, if you remember, the black chrome rigs.
I did.
Through somebody
I
in
bring you
Canada.
some from Canada.
Yeah. Because we had we brought the stuff then that expo. We had a good fucking expo.
How was this expo?
It was amazing. Being with Evo was always blew my mind. I mean, you walk around the show, and at one point you see it's a bit quiet. You know, some booths are really empty, and then you walk back there, and it's just madness.
Evo's never quiet.
It's
Never.
slammed.
Never.
There's always people running through there.
They
And,
deserve to be busy though. Like,
They do.
look at the companies now. A lot of companies are just throwing any old shit out there and making a big stand of it and using marketing over quality.
Yeah.
And then a lot of other people just put no effort in, then expect a big return. Evo have always brought it.
Yeah,
They
that's
always
the
put
thing.
effort in.
It's easy to drop $100,000 on something and have it successful. It's something else to actually build it and push it and like have the right people rep it and
Yeah.
build your brand. Like
They don't even need to have a massive stand to have a massive presence there either.
They could
People
turn up
go
with,
there.
if they could turn up with a 3v3 and kill, bring squash as many staff and stuff into that stand, and they would still kill it more than any other stand.
Yeah.
Because they genuinely. I mean, am I right in thinking that it was just your juice they were pushing there? Like there was no.
Mine and Sam, Vaping Bolgan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
other
it.
than that, like, because they stock that much juice now, there's no point. And usually, like, I spoke to James before about, like, when we've gone to X-Men, there was no point in him taking it because we were there.
Well, there's
And-
so many juice company here. It's it's insane. So having almost 100% hardware is, it's logic for him. That's his force anyway. That's what he does mostly. He also does juice because it's easy for shops to actually order both the same spot, same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super happy how we did with specail. We did the sample packs.
Yeah.
I gave like around 500-600 at the show.
Right.
And we'll be shipping the rest to shops, basically wholesale accounts. Have
Sweet.
it so if customers ask for it, shops already got the samples, so there's no reason for them not to order it.
And this time you've probably got like triple the amount of products. I remember having the first ever mod, which was a Raven, wasn't it?
First was the hanged.
Oh, the hanged, I had the hanged.
Yeah,
I had 2 matching, but now
Yeah.
look, compared to what was that, 4 years ago, 3 years ago,
3 years ago.
3 years
Yeah.
ago, and look, the amount of stuff you got now, you go in there and you're getting noticed a lot more. Does people know you as that? Like, was there a different atmosphere?
The difference is what I do is always limited batch. It's always done. So when I did the RTAs, I did 1,500. I rebatched it some here and there, but the death traps I do like 1,000.
And that's it.
That's it. So some of the SKUs like the ISO tank, I will restock. You know what I mean? I restock as.
What's the
it
reason
sell.
for that?
It's just there's no point in me just stocking pile of hardware. The vape industry is something shiny 5 minutes and then the next 5 minutes
It's a smart
You know what I
move
mean?
as well because it creates a demand.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
that's you put limited in,
Yeah.
and it's because a lot of people abuse the word limited edition. They say
Yeah.
limited edition, they bring out 2 million of them.
Yeah.
But you actually make a limited run of something. It makes it more
Sought after.
Yeah, but your stuff
sought
is sought
after, more
after.
desirable.
I've never ever seen. Well, your product's probably one of the least amount I've seen go up for sale. And if
Bro.
it does go up for sale,
Yeah.
it goes instantly. Do you know what I mean? You've got a
yeah,
great
for
following.
retail.
Yeah,
Because we don't advertise flip price either. We really help even the used market not to be stupid about it. And we just did. I don't know if you saw that. We did a collab with Vapors Cloud again. We did the Hog V3.2. It's called the Hellhound. Well, if you knew how many messages I got personally for people to buy my 4 Horsemen,
I can imagine.
we only did 500 of them. People are bashing their heads in just to buy one.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's not for sale.
You give me a prototype one, but there's a guy that reps you, and did he have throat cancer? Is it the guy that had throat cancer? I'll give it to him.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
He really wanted one, so I'll give it to him. But where can people get them from?
Evolution Vaping, well, they're sold out, I think, by now.
Yeah,
they really
definitely.
flew out. It's insane. We released the Death Trap 2, which is my single coil.
Was that this weekend?
It was this weekend, yeah. We released them. We sold around, I think, 800-900 of them during the weekend.
Really?
Nice
Wholesale,
one.
retail,
Nice
everything. It was amazing. Yeah, James is killing it with these, and I've had great feedback about the RDA as well. The flavor is amazing. The airflow is swooshy, is the right term.
Yeah.
I like that. And so limited edition, one run only, and that's it. That's
How many of them is there?
the Death Trap, 1,600, I think.
Are they serialed up as well?
Yeah. Everything's serialed up, and
Oh,
the Hogs was 500, but
No way, man. So
Wow.
that's very limited considering the size of the industry.
Yeah.
The amount of people that are doing it, that's crazy.
And
that's why I do more
collectors
release.
being a big thing as well. You'll have a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You'll have your own little cult following.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
People
not
really-
even a little
Death
one.
Wish is
Not
a
even a
big,
little
is a
one.
big cult following as
It
well.
really
Yeah.
is, man. I've never seen a following like what you've got, and I mean that. I'm not just saying that because you're here. It's crazy how loyal your page
Yeah.
is. Amazing. I'm on it every day.
That's the thing. I've had a vision personally of the vape community. You guys know me for a while. You know how I am. I'm very keen to like have people meet together. Like I'll introduce you to some other friend I have in the basically the street. At one point, I hope you do business together.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I am. And the team I've built is solely on personality. I don't care if they don't. I don't have a contract like other bigger companies. How you have to post 3 times a week on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, no.
You have to use that hashtag. If we start a new product, you have to do this. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just be you. I know you're a good person. You'll help people throughout whatever question they have. You'll rep whatever however you can on Instagram or social media and whatnot. And we just added 3 people to the team this weekend because they've been.
Crazy. I've seen them grow. I've seen it grow, man. And it's just
I've seen the thing is I've seen it grow, but I've also seen it remain the same in regards to the same people you're with at Expo, the same
Yeah.
Death Wish crew. Like the guys who
Kim
are
and
in
Derek
the-
are here. Yeah.
and they're still.
Yeah.
I saw them in I think 2016 or early 2017.
Yep.
And the same people. Which, to be fair, up until last year, we kind of had the same sort of team.
Yep.
But obviously, some things out of
And
control.
Joff as well. I mean, Joff's sponsored by us as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Joff,
know.
What a
He
guy.
asked me if it was all right. I'm like, well, just do it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm good with
He,
Dell.
he did say that. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I've always supported Joff. He's like, oh, I'll have to ask Max. I'm like, yeah, crack on.
No,
man.
it's
No, we appreciate him asking because, like, we didn't want it
That's
to come across
loyal,
bad
that.
for- Yeah,
That's
that's loyalty.
loyalty.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
that's,
Yeah,
fan-
yeah.
that's a fantastic trait from Joff. But
They're all allowed to have like juice sponsors, wire sponsor. The only thing is not hardware.
Yeah,
Basically,
that
I
makes
just don't
sense.
want
Yeah.
someone
That's obvious.
sponsored by another
it
company.
makes sense. Well, the thing is,
But-
because you instantly drown out. You don't show as a representative. If you're like, dude, this is the best mod ever, and then you've got another one that's the best mod ever, you're like, well, which one's the best one ever?
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
get that. And
yeah.
in an industry like, and this is in no way brown nosing because we've spoke about this even not in your presence. In my opinion, and this is generalization, and let me finish when I get there. But the mechanical mod market is relatively dead, apart from Deathwish.
Yeah.
You are the only thriving company in a difficult part of the industry. When I say
Yeah.
difficult, I mean like
It's
there's
not
quite
what
a
it
lot-
was 2 years ago.
Agreed, but you've
You've
not only
still got it,
survived,
though.
but you've not, in the market. The Met market has declined in popularity in the past 2 years, but you've managed to grow through that decline.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
maintain, not drop. You have grown through that decline. I think that's fucking fantastic.
I know, and take my hats off to you, man, because the Met market is just, I don't know, there's some great stuff out there, but that cult following you've got and the loyal people who are on your team.
You're
like
the
that-
only one we see
Well,
mentioned now, which
yeah.
is
literally.
considering Mech Addiction, how active that page used to be.
Yeah.
Whether it be through
Yeah.
Rogue or through Endless or through Deathwish, whichever.
Yeah.
The Deathwish is the only one you see out. I mean, Mech Addiction, don't really monitor it that much, but it's quite quiet. Then
Yeah, I saw a
you-
post like 2 days ago. I was like, oh, this
Shit, that's still
Yeah,
running.
Mech Addiction? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird. But people who meet us in Expo like this weekend, they understand. We always hashtag family, and people might think it's fucking quirky and shit, but we really are. We're always happy to like travel and meet each other.
Yeah.
We had Ali come from all the way from Dubai. It was his first show,
What a goal.
first time meet.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He orders off us all the time.
Yeah. he's a
He's
sound
amazing.
guy.
He's a
Is that the
loving
guy you
person.
messaged?
From Dubai, yeah.
Ah,
I've been
He's-
speaking to him as well. He's a good guy.
He's a really good lad. He was like speechless sometimes. He was like, I don't know what to say. Like, we're just hang out. We're just happy with each other. Do you
That's
know
how
what
it
I mean?
used to be, though, man. And you've still got that. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's amazing to see, to be honest with you. And
It's mostly the team, though. It's mostly the team. It's the people I picked, I guess. It's their personality. And as far as like the business goes, I've had, you know me as well. I'm a bit like you. If something doesn't go, I'll say it.
yeah.
I have a good business ethic, so I've always done business with
Yeah.
good people that never trashed my name or did wrong to my
you,
business.
you can
or-
always rely on James. I mean, you've got a
Yeah.
really close relationship with James,
Yeah.
working relationship as well, haven't you?
The evil
There's
guy
a
is
reason
like,
for that because James, at the end of the day, we've had out of work experience. We have had the airsoft event with Evo and had a right laugh. We've been on nights out like you guys have and stuff, and we get along. Me and James get along. You and James get along. When we got our expo, we can all go. Well, last time we went out.
yeah,
Last time, the last
Chinese is
expo,
the night, bro.
We all
it's the
went out and
night.
got. Well, I ended up wasted.
That was
Fucking wasted.
I warned you though.
if you're going for food tonight, Dal's actually got a nice place he wants to roll
Yeah,
with.
I'm good. I'm good.
So you
I've
have
been
to
on
let
a
us know.
diet now, but I'll try.
Oh, bro, it's buffet. You can have what you like.
Yeah,
and
perfect.
there's loads of meat there. Put it that way.
Yeah,
So you
Meat
can,
and veggie.
It's very
It's
good.
exactly meat and
There's
veg.
Yeah.
meat and veg in it.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's hard
bad.
traveling and on a diet. You know, I can't do carbs. I can't do sugar, and I've been doing well for like 2 weeks before coming here. I'm like, I can't trash that.
Yeah, no, I
You know what
agree.
mean, I've been
Right.
going to the gym at like the hotel, and like I'm feeling better. I don't want to feel shit. Even
Mm.
it's
Dude,
easy to be like, I'm traveling.
I tried keto for 3 days, and now I've got over the sugar side of things
Yeah.
because there's like keto bars that are sweetened that you can have. I didn't know that. I rang Chris like you're a dick. Like it was worse. My sugar hump
Yeah.
was worse than quitting smoking.
Really?
I rang him. You ask him. I rang him angry. Becca was getting the brunt. I was like, Becca, fuck you. And I was going mad. I was like, I had a
You
cream
said
egg.
to me you were getting banging headaches as well. Like,
Yeah.
That's
I-
the first day I got. Usually it's 2-3 days. The first day my headache was
Yeah.
banging. It, you know, a sugar crave is the exact. If you take an image of your brain, it's the exact same craving as someone missing heroin.
Really?
It's the exact same thing.
But heroin's okay for keto, right?
I bet
no
it is.
carbs.
You lose weight there, bro. You'll forget to eat for a while.
I'm not promoting it, but I'm just saying if it gets you over the sugar craving, yeah, don't do heroin, guys. That's not good.
How do you find like talking with people and interacting with people the other side of the world as well? Because I know a lot of your fan base is UK, isn't it?
The UK is basically 50% my business. That's what it is. The UK is 50%. This is my second home. Every time I come here, bro, I'm happy. This is beautiful country. I always take time to actually go visit, like we did today.
I've seen you've been taking some castles and stuff like that.
I love it. I love it, bro.
Is that because it's different because it's England, or is that are you generally into them
my
things?
country is 150 years old. Any church around 10 kilometers around here is older than my country. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Got
So if you walk around, you see something old, it ain't really that old.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So coming here, just went to York, and basically there were Romans there, like 42 after Jesus.
Yeah.
No, it's 2,000 years apart. It's crazy.
I haven't spoken to you for a long time, and you have got a little twang of British in you now. All of a sudden.
I'm trying to take the accent a bit when I come in. Yeah, I'm
I've
good at
heard
it.
It's like him. Brummy guy comes out with Yorkshire all the time.
Yeah.
Now. He's always up here
Hey,
talking
up.
Yorkshire.
Hey up is
Yeah.
now in
I have
your
to say it.
vocabulary.
It's very addictive when you're around
You
people.
have to skip the T's as well. But
Yeah.
don't say the T's though. But
What did you say the other day? Oh, me sen.
Me saying
No,
it's,
me
it's
saying.
like that's like a Yorkshire saying that.
Is it?
Yeah, he said it for myself. It's me
oh,
saying.
it's getting under your skin
Yeah,
now. It's
it's
getting
like-
there.
Try him. We're gonna rip the Brummy out of him.
I was I've never met Bogan. Cool guy.
He's amazing. Like,
I've spoke to him loads of times.
I've spoke to him, you know, at Expo and whatnot for like 15, 20 minutes every time. But this time we really got to spend time together and actually had
Interact.
conversation.
Yeah.
At Chinese, basically, where we're sitting in front of each other. So we shoot the shit for a while. He's amazing. Like, I'm not saying that to kiss ass because he actually put two or three of my product in his top 5, I think. Like,
Yeah.
he really enjoys the brand. He's like, he said the same thing. He's like, now I know you, it's cool. Like, I understand what's behind it, but he's like, I really enjoy your products as well. You know, I like the style, the function.
Yeah,
like
but
the
you are
price
all
point.
cool as fuck, though, ain't you? What is it, the Reaper Squad? They are just cool as fuck, ain't they? You see him and you're like, yo, they're badasses, they are.
Well, we're just regular people, man.
Just
Like,
marching into
any
an
people-
expo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Squatted up.
You see the
Yeah,
picture
proper.
this
Yeah.
year was sick, bro. I love seeing this shit. You know, it's all people I love and I speak with all week, you know, and chat and stuff and all different parts of the world. We all have different visions and different.
You must be very
Opinion.
proud because surely you've started from nothing.
I was selling cars, bro. I was working
Oh,
the
nice car,
Hyundai-
by the way.
Huh?
Oh, I seen your car.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's my baby.
Yeah. Nice whip.
Yeah.
So they started from nothing, and to go from you know where you've begun into this, it must be mind blowing, surely. Because
I'm grateful. That's all I can say because it's still unreal to me. You know, when people at Expo come to me like, can I take a picture with you? I'm like, yeah. To me, I'm just a guy from Saint-Hyacinthe, which is a shithole farmer
I
town.
know the feeling, dude.
Do
Honestly,
you know what I mean? I'm yeah.
I sounded
and-
like a big headed twat, then,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, I do. I know what you're saying because
Yeah,
people ask me.
But I know it pleases them. You know, they want me to sign their box and stuff. Like, I appreciate it. It's a good mark of respect towards what I've done, but I don't really realize it. I just wake up one morning, I have an idea, put it on paper, on a napkin, explain that to Martin, shit drawing, and then he makes like the artwork and whatever exactly how I want it. We have a good chemistry. He's my he's a great artist. He does all the 3D drawings as well for me. We adjust things.
That's
And
cool, man.
You know, like the Death Trap 2, this is the 3rd version prototype I've had. So I've worked on it for 9 months. Nobody knows about that, but
Why?
it takes a while back and forth.
Is that the final version? What you've got there?
Yeah. Well, that's a prototype, but that's the same version as
Is that
retail,
same?
basically. Yeah.
What how about juice? You thinking of any juice in the future, or are you sticking with specail?
Right now, because in Canada, the pod, like, salts came in earlier than here. If you recall correctly, last May,
Yeah.
I came in with Hope, and everybody was like, "Is that shit?" There was only me, Element,
yeah?
and Doctor or Mr. Salty or whatever.
Yeah.
That we were 3 people, so we were trying to explain the shop owner and whatnot. Like, we're not interested. I was like, I was crazy back in Canada. Like,
Yeah.
IVG dropped already. Everything that's happening here already happened, you know? And I came back in October, and all I saw was fucking salt. I was like, Jesus, I was like 6 months earlier, you know? Yeah, just too quick to pull. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm focusing on that right now. I'm developing more juices for Hope because there's, you know, the Jewel, obviously.
Yeah.
Pre-filled pods.
Yep.
In Canada, there's a company called Stealth, STLTH. It's the most amazing pod device. Like, I've tried them all. Like, the draw, the feel, the flavor, it's amazing. And they partnered up with me and one other juice company. That's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they're moving a lot of products, and they don't really know how to do desserts. So they've asked me to work, obviously, on dessert flavor. So I'm working on that. I've been dabbling for Death Wish Mod juice line as well. Because
That has to happen.
Yeah.
Because I tell people, have you ever tried thick oil? And I know what it is. It's like my juice line. You have juice. You don't know. Do you know what I mean? Or some people know the juice, don't know the brand of the mods. So I think it would be logical to have a juice line that's actually
That
connected.
has to be a thing. If you don't do
Yeah.
that, I think you'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You can imagine the artwork on that bottle
Yeah.
as well. The artwork will look
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah.
Some mad tattooist-based artwork. or
Yeah.
It
something.
looks sick.
That's another thing. People getting our designs tattooed. It's a bit crazy, to be fair. That the first time that I saw that, I didn't know how. I was in a plane, and I just kept saying, "What the fuck?" I was like, and it was Nathan. He's on the team
Oh, yeah,
now,
yeah.
but he got tattooed on his calf, and I was like, "What the fuck? Somebody's tattooing my brand on this?"
I seen a guy with a hammer of God on his hand the other day.
Yeah, I saw him at Expo.
Yeah.
Cool guy, man.
Crazy character.
Cool guy.
Like, no way.
To be fair, he has a lot of other tattoos, so you know.
So what's like the Canada? Like, what's the situation with Canada and like e-liquid and stuff? Is it huge? Is it locking? Is it is it shutting down before the UK? Like, how is it working?
Thing is, and I'll be brutally honest, I don't care. Canada is big, right? It's a very wide country with not as much people, and we all stay close to the border because it's fucking cold already. You know, we don't want to go up, but West Canada doesn't buy juice from East Canada.
Is that like a divide though? Is that like a personal thing?
That's just how it is. They encourage their own brand creators, if I'd say, and they will distribute their type of US brand, and our side will do the same. Basically,
It's weird, isn't it?
It's really weird.
It's a vast space, though.
It's
Canada. Like the travel distance.
Yes.
I've got family who, I think, to get from Vancouver to where they live in British Columbia, it's like a 20-hour drive or something ridiculous.
Yeah, my sister, because she's traveling all over the place. When she's in Canada, she's traveling an hour to go to the shop.
Really?
Yeah, she's trekking. She's in vape shops as well. They're on lock.
Someone just
down,
commented,
like, there's nothing visual.
Death juice. I don't think you could call it death juice.
Not sure it would be a good advertisement.
I've heard worse fucking names.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I've definitely, like, we've seen pussy juice and all sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this. It's just like the U.S. market really died down as well. It's I don't know if you ever done like U.S. shows. It's really
It's still very mech orientated though, isn't it? I
next
know.
ed, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it's all about the jewel and pod systems now. That's really where it's moving towards. So that's why I'm doing a good push right now in Canada with
I
that.
don't like them that much. I don't. I'm not
That's,
gonna
that's
lie.
what happens when Juul get 10 billion put their way. That's what happens.
Yeah, and funny enough, I don't know if you recall, I explained to you guys, like, November 2016, there was a law passed in Quebec, which is my province, or for people who don't know what a province is, like a state in the U.S. Quebec is French-Canadian, basically. There's Ontario, where Toronto is and whatnot. And Quebec were the first in Canada to pass a law towards vaping, and it was classified as a tobacco product.
Really?
We could not sample or vape in a vape shop, which the vape shop is 18, 19 plus. So if you walk in there, it's like saying you can open a sex shop, but you can touch a dildo in
Is it
there.
still, is it still like that? Or is it changed now?
We just won Friday.
Oh, so
So
recently.
we went to appeal because the way they pass the law, usually they will draft a law, speak about it, then they will make a final version of the law written, and then they will pass it. But you have a 30 days period for the government should be able to hear the people speak about it. Do you know what I mean?
definitely.
There's a hearing period. They skipped all that. They took the draft. They were like, all right, we'll do anything. Snap the hammer. That's valid right now. Nobody has to say anything. So it took still 2.5 years to appeal and win the case because it's not legal to pass a law like that. But it's funny enough, it's at the same time as the tobacco industry is entering the market in Canada.
It's not a bad thing though, because it's definitely going to be certified now. Where like the UK, we're still on like tender hooks. So like, where's it going to go? What's going to happen with the short fills and that?
We
do you know what I
don't
mean?
know where it's going, but I think we've got a fucking lightly compared to a lot of places, like
Yeah,
compared
definitely.
to America and even Canada. Like the battle you've had and won, does give America some hope, I suppose, and some other parts of the world. Look, you can win this shit, because I know they keep getting knockback after knockback, and they always bring a new public speak up, a new face of vaping, and that guy makes one mistake, and that's it. The face of vaping's ruined, and they're back to square one. Yeah. But I think the UK, the Europe's thriving. Like Europe, as in mainland Europe, is absolutely thriving. Like that's why we've taken we're actually looking at buying new vans to travel into Europe more and do more European shows.
You should.
Because we're not a stone's throw away from Europe. And like this whole Brexit thing about what's going on with Brexit, fucking vaping's at the bottom of their list of shit to deal with when it comes to Brexit. Vaping will get hammered in 5 years' time. Yeah. But that's 5 years worth of good business, good community, and good products. So we've got
by then, people will... You have a lot of customer in the UK. You have a lot of people vaping. You know what I mean? Yeah. If it's a normal thing to do and it's healthier and it's pushed like that by your government, which is not on our side of the pond, it will just grow. It will be a normal thing. And if one point is they're trying to pass a stupid law, everybody's gonna be like, why?
It's growing. It's growing at a crazy rate as well now. Isn't
it? Every day, how many smokers under 18 are turning 18 who can go and legally vape?
Yeah.
Like now, I've always said to you personally, like my son's 6 years old. If when he's 15 he's smoking, my choice as a parent, not a business owner, I will put an e-cigarette in that little fucker's hand and say, I will say, as a parent, you need to use an e-cigarette. But when they get to 18 in this country, if you are smoking, we'll happily provide you with an e-cigarette, not for business growth. Get you off that shit. Yeah. We've all suffered at the hands of cigarettes, and we've all made the choice to go back to it. And it's a hard thing to quit. And genuinely, the reason I got into this is because this was the only thing that got me to quit smoking. I tried patches. I had multiple patches on my arms. It never got me to do shit. I used to drive around smoking Richmond with 2 patches on my arm because the patches weren't doing shit. The inhalators tasted like socks. Yeah. You know what I mean? This was a genuine product that I thought, do you know what? I can either taste an ashtray flip-flop or I can have some raspberry in my fucking tank. I know which one custard, fantastic.
You're still on raspberry after all
that. No, I dropped that like 5 months ago.
Jesus Christ.
Right, he's only just dropped it though.
I hadn't sub-owned for 5 months. I've not had raspberry for like 5 months now.
Jesus.
I'm off.
You tried going back to it though.
I did try and I didn't like it.
But I'm the same as you, man. I've quit 3 times using patches and gum and whatnot. Lasted between 9 months and a year. Had a couple of beers with a friend. Smoked one. Started again. 3 times. Couldn't do it forever. You know what I mean? It always came back to me. And when I found about vaping, and I just dove into it.
I didn't try anything kind of.
Even vaping didn't work for me initially back in the cigarette days. It worked for a bit, but like you say, your friends were going out smoking. You were going out with a cigarette, and there was one of you to 30 smokers. This was 4 or 5 years ago. So you'd be like, and your friends are like, fuck it, just give me a cigarette.
It's quite the opposite now.
Well, this is what I was saying. I go to a caravan holiday park in the UK quite a lot, Primrose Valley. And I remember used to go outside to vape 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and it'd be me in a corner vaping like some leper, and then a group of 50 little Chava smokers in the other corner. And now it's reversed. There's the smokers in the corner hiding the cigarette.
Because they know. They know it's wrong. They know there's a... They know, man.
And it's good that the social aspect has changed that way. Smoking has always been bad, but now it's seen as, how dare you?
Yeah.
It's that thing now.
Yeah.
I seen a meme the other day.
I don't think I'd ever be that guy who turns my nose up at someone smoking because
I wouldn't turn my nose up. That's the social. The smoker
but then
feels
the sales
like
pitch will definitely come in where I'll try and sell.
I do turn my nose up a little bit because it absolutely stinks. And it's like, ugh. And I seen a meme the other day of some like big guy with a vape, and like he turns around and he smells like strawberry cheesecake.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you know, it's better than smelling of shit. Because that's technically what they smell like.
Your woman's usually happy that you quit smoking because you smell better. Your lungs are, you feel better. You feel it after a while. And I think there's no reason not to, but you still have to be ready.
Yeah, it's more mental as well, definitely.
I did dual use for 3 months. You know what I mean? Until I found a mech. I actually built the RDA and dripped, and I was like, oh.
Is that all you use now, like high power? Because I know, is that a parallel series, or is that?
Yeah, that's a power series. I was on salt 3 years ago, believe it or not. I met the guys.
Do you not carry anything else, though? Just that?
I switched to salt for like a year and a half completely. And now I can't really do it that much anymore.
Just high-power devices.
Yeah,
you were
I went back to freebase.
You were a high...
Because us 50 is regular.
Yeah.
But I'm more of a 25, 30 milligram. But
20's our limit in it, so we kind of.
yeah, you
We're kinda
cannot
stuck to
cannot
that, but-
stumble. That's the thing too. There's a big debate back home, like 50 milligram. What if a kid's drinking?
I have family.
What
who
if a
bring me
kid? What
salts
if a
back.
kid drinks a bottle of bleach? It's the same age-old argument. What if they find a 10 ml bottle of 50 milligram? They're going to get the shits. I understand that.
Yeah.
But then what if the same certified childproof cap is taken off a litre of bleach? They drink that, it's game over.
Yeah.
Like actually game over. Like you got a
They are
child who's got an
childproof.
upset
They
stomach. And you've got a
they
child who's
wouldn't
dead.
ban bleach.
No, they can't ban bleach.
But they are still childproof lids. It's still the same principle as a bottle of bleach.
It's got to be a certain certification on the lid.
Yeah, of course,
Especially over here, it's got to be a certain is it BS code or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they have
The lid's
child
I think they've
protection,
got
that's
to
for
make the
sure.
lid too big, so it's hard for a minor to actually be able to turn the lid.
It's pretty weighty, man. Is this 21700?
No,
These
these
got four
this
batteries in cars is weighty.
18 to 50 still.
Oh,
That's
right.
the V3.2. We've had great success with the first run of these, and I think the format, the hand feel, the size is.
It
'Cause-
feels quality as well.
Yeah,
it looks solid.
And I did Expo, and you know how much you vape at Expo. You're always talking to someone, and you're always vaping in between two words. And I left the hotel at 8 a.m. and I came back at midnight. Put the batteries on the charger, 3.65.
Really?
Did my whole day on it. That's a 0.5 build. It's not too hot.
See, see, I'm not. I can't do series or anything.
Feel the
like that.
quality of that, don't they?
See, I can't like sub-ohming. I'm like 50 watts on a Cleto tank. That's
Yeah.
otherwise I start to choke. So something like that would do me in. But
Do you think that's more of a?
is that toasted?
That's the only thing I vape. You know me, I'm boring.
Is that what you've had?
Yeah, that's all I vape, man.
Can
I
have
vape
it?
one
Yeah,
flavour.
yeah, yeah.
Dude,
I could
It's
I
juiced
could
up.
definitely do the toasted.
Just
in
make sure
salt.
the airflows are lined up as well.
Would you think about doing these in
56
salts?
now.
Oh yeah,
I've tried it, and I have lots of work to do on them because you know how salt is on smaller device and such. So I really have to boost the flavorings and adjust.
You keep it as
some
a
stuff.
high VG though.
Yeah. Well, we basically just relaunched it. You know, I've had many different opportunities to work on thick oil the past few years, and it never really picked up because of many things. I don't want to say bad things about anybody. Shit happens, but I'm quite happy with how this went this time. I gave sample away at the show. People bought a lot of it at the show. I'm really surprised at how many we sold at the show, and I hope having shops receiving the sample packs will have them pick them up.
And considering not many people, I mean, thick oil, you know, a lot of people have heard about it, but it isn't out there as much as it should be, much as it deserves. But of that, is it the Akina oil? Is the
the
pear?
pear.
Oh
You'll
my
love
god,
that was the first one I tried, and that was in 2016. The 30ml bottles when you the Asian pear one. That was the first one I ever
The
tried.
thing is, when you say
I've got
pear,
a glass
just-
bottle of the.
yeah, back then it was 30 ml
I've
glass
got
bottle.
a glass bottle.
You
somewhere.
still have
Oh,
one?
Yeah, I've got one in the. I keep everything
You
like
get
all
OG
old
shit.
liquids. I just keep it. all
Maxime
on the
wants
shelf.
that. He's like, give
I
it me.
won't, I won't let go of a lot. Look at all our old stuff, man. All the thermal printing. I've got every bottle that we've ever done. Just
Jay used to get juice off me when I was making it at home in my little clean room that I had
did
built
ya?
at home. So Jay's got like old school labels of our stuff.
Really?
Do you remember
I
that
won't
guy?
part with it. Dale's like, "Oh, can I have it?" I'm like, "No." I won't get it back.
When I-
I'll never
when
see
I
it again.
first-
That's the thing. I don't
started-
have either like older stuff. I always throw it away. Cause, you know what
I
mean?
managed to get hold of that bottle off that guy. When I first started, I made 2 flavours, and I put a post up saying that I need 10 genuine people just to try this juice before the business started. I'm going to send you 2 bottles. All I ask for is feedback. I'll pay the postage, everything. And someone popped up on Facebook about a year ago, and he still had one of those original 10 bottles. I was
Is
like,
he?
I said, dude, I'll give you 300 quid store credit if you give me that bottle back. And he
Really?
gave me the bottle, so I've still got the one of the first bottles.
Should
of juice
frame
I
it.
ever made.
Crazy.
Should frame
We've got it to put in out the front somewhere.
Yeah.
Someone just said, "Oh my god, Stu vaped on someone else's mod." What's your thoughts on vaping on people's mods, Maxime?
I try to do it less and less at Expo because I've, you
get
came
the
back from
Expo
Expo. Yeah, that's
Everyone
the
gets
thing.
an
You get
Expo
fucking
bug.
strep throat and some shit. And like,
Josh,
even,
Josh has been ill today. Like he's like, I'm like expo flu.
even my friends, because if they're like, yeah, try that juice, like, how many other people have you made this? So am I sucking on a mud that's been in 40 mouths?
My
before,
argument,
You know what I mean?
my argument is in the morning. Because I'll admit it. You know, in the morning you wake up, you have a coffee, you vape, brush your teeth, you vape all day, you eat, you go to bed, you fucking vape. Like that shit's constantly in your mouth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm a very clean person.
Yeah.
I'll wash more shit like there's no tomorrow. And some people, like they've given me the mod. It looks like it's been up their arsehole. And I'm like, I can't fight that, dude, man.
Yeah, I'm not rude about it. Some people want to hit my mod because they want to try like the death trap, whatever.
Oh, how many mouths have been on that Maxine?
You don't want to know where it's been, bro.
See, that's a big difference between me and you. Yeah. You don't like to be rude. I don't like it, but I just do it.
Yeah.
It's a practice. Like if someone like,
but that don't bother you, does it? Though vaping on people's
sharing people's mods to an extent. No, like I won't just take a random. If someone goes, "Oh, dude, try this," I'm like, no. I don't know who you are. If you said to me, try this mod or Jaded or Stu, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just if people I've never seen before,
I
like try, or if I don't trust them, which when Stu was at his previous employer, just pulled me on the stand and went, "Bro, try this." I was like, no. Because knowing my luck, it'll be some mad chili stuff. And I'm like, dude, no, I'm not trying that shit. And now I'm out.
Yeah, but the Akina roll, man, I had obviously T1V stocky, and I got a bottle of it, vaped it. That was it then.
I remember you messaged me when he made the first batch and he got in this shop, and you messaged me like, "What the fuck, bro?"
And do you know what as well? It's all of them are very, very unique, man. Look, I've tried thousands of juices in my time, and I still haven't tried anything that resembles any of that. Anything. The Akina is very.
I've still never seen a pear juice.
That's the thing. Like, if I say it's a pear juice before having someone try it in a stand or whatever, they're like, because they all taste chemical or like canned pears or like this is very bright and like juicy, and you're like, whoa, what's that? And, you know, I've worked on these juice for myself. Basically, I've started Butterwell is the first juice I've done ever. I've worked on it, and it was just for me. And then as I was doing like cloud comps and vape meets, and
people,
you know, when people actually went to shop to hang out, I was letting people try it. And at one point, one of my buddies just had a juice line that was sold in shops, and it was like, you have to slap a label on this.
Where did you get the name from?
I'm a big, how do you say that here? Not gearhead.
Petrol
head.
Oh, petrol head.
Petrol head.
Oh, okay, I get it.
You know, I was 15. I didn't have a driver's license. I had my own car, and I was on a racetrack. So it's always been, you know, I like the 50s kind of respect and mentality and like the old history of motorsports. I don't know. It's just looks like a vintage.
You'd never think that if you see Maxime that he likes to take pictures of castles and believes in like the old 50s style and that.
Yeah,
it's crazy though.
I don't know. I'm in a weird era for me. I think all the technology and as much as it brings ours, you know, how like the team together, we can speak all the time, but when you're sitting at a table with someone, everybody goes like this. Fucking piss me off.
I'm quite curious about your life. What do you do? Like, you know, what's your hobbies? What do you do in your spare time? Because obviously, I don't think you haven't got. Obviously, you've got friends, but are your friends all vape related over there?
Nah. Well, I moved to Quebec City because I was North Shore in Montreal, so I moved to Quebec City, which is like 3 hours away, because I couldn't stand Montreal. Fucking hate it, bro. If you think traffic's bad here, there's imagine no roundabouts and always red lights and stop signs with too many people on the road. You just sit there on the highway. You'll sit 30 minutes before you get. You know, it's.
I couldn't have it.
I couldn't do it. Quebec City is more tame and chill, and I got closer to my friends, like my real friends I see every week, let's say. And yeah, I have a summer job as well. I've been doing this for about 5 years. I'm a race instructor. So
really,
if you want to try a Lamborghini Hurricane or a McLaren 620, whatever, I'll be teaching you how to drive it on the racetrack.
Oh no way!
So I'm landing Thursday afternoon, and Friday morning at 8 a.m. I'm on the racetrack.
That's cool as fuck. I didn't expect. Look, is that do you do that for a hobby, or is that like actually?
I like it. Well, it's pay as well. I mean, you know, I'm paid for it, but I really do it because I like to get people out of their comfort zone.
Have you been in a car with James Burr yet?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh
of
God,
course.
Fuck that.
No, but he knows how to drive.
He does, man.
I have over like maybe 3,000 hours of race time on the real track with real cars. And
do you use your motor, your personal motor?
Of course. Yeah, I fly by the customers in Lambros, and I'm like, hey.
So like in your spare time, you're mate, the wheels.
Yeah,
because I actually seen your picture. I seen a picture what you uploading. I was like, what the fuck's that on his alloy? Yeah. So then I Googled it and I realised it's actually like it's separate,
fans,
isn't it? Yeah.
It's brake fans. Like you remember Group B, older rally cars used to have these. It's just pushing air towards the brakes.
No
I actually beat the shit out of my car. I use it. I track it, so it's not just looks. I always dreamt of having some, but call people and like I can do you some for like £1,500. Like, fuck off.
So
Do you
you're
know
a
what I mean?
massive car enthusiast then.
Oh yeah, always been.
That's
always
that's
been.
your little thing.
That summer work is obviously not work, and it's like it's never work if you enjoy it, is it?
Yeah, it's
Fuck that. I ain't putting my life in someone else's hands for no amount of dough. Yeah, come in this Lamborghini with me and I'll
Yeah.
tell you how to hit that corner at 140.
never crashed
Like-
a car, bro.
Yeah, but you're not driving though, are you, dude?
No, but I never had a customer crash a car ever.
Touch wood.
It's just first they're shaky. You know what I mean? They don't know the car. They don't know the track. They don't know how it's how fast they can go, how good it brakes. So it's always very progressive. And someone's too aggressive, I'm not scared to shout at them. I've slapped people in the chest, bro.
In the
I've
neck.
streamed. Oh yeah, bro. It happens, but it's very rare. Most of the people you actually push them more than you trying to slow them down. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Because it's scary, bro. You come in a I don't know, a Corolla or an Astra here or a smaller car, and then you hop in a 660 HP car, and then you're like, yeah, go beat it.
It's crazy.
Nobody goes full throttle. It's scary.
I've never heard you talk about any of that stuff before. Is that
Yeah.
is that a little exclusive, or does people know that?
Some of my close friends know. Some people on the team know that I do that. It's just, I don't know.
There you
I don't
go.
want
So
people
Maxime's a semi-professional driver, then. Yeah.
I'd like to be. I'm just too fat, to be fair. I don't think if a F1 team would ever take me.
If
Too
you're ever in
big.
Quebec, I would pay for
Yep.
you to take Dale around the track.
Of course.
We wouldn't get it.
I did
Dude,
my
your
dad-
country won't fucking let me in. So, do you know what? This is true. I have just
I know.
reapplied for Canada as
Did
well.
you? Did you?
I've got to reapply because I want to go on my honeymoon there. So
Oh.
I'm trying to go to, I think, Toronto because my family is over there. So
Okay.
I'm trying again. And if I say no, I'm going to have to go out to the fucking embassy this time. I'm going to the American embassy in June. So that's one appointment I've got. And I'm just going to say, look, if one of you lets me in and the other one doesn't, I'm just going to fly to one of them and drive over the fucking border. Right? If the Mexicans can do it, I can do it.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want to go in all these fast markets. Though. People pay.
He won't.
To
He won't
go
even
and
let,
ride
like,
alongside. Mate,
You know, just
love
like a
it, man.
normal street. He won't get
I
in the
love
car
it.
with me. Nobody.
Absolutely love it.
I
I took
don't- I
my
won't be-
dad. I took my dad, and he knows that I've been doing that for years. He knows that I know what I'm doing. He was scared shitless, bro. He drove it. He was having fun, and then when I hopped in and came in like twice as fast in the first corner, he was shitting his pants. Was streaming the car, bro.
It's crazy.
He's my dad.
Yeah, of course.
I won't let anyone drive.
Nah,
me,
he
like,
won't.
I don't like being driven. I was meant to go on my son's school trip on Wednesday, but because they're going on a coach and they won't let me follow in my car, I'm like, I can't go in then.
I think
I'm
I
not
think
going.
I gave you a lift once in the Land Rover, and I think you're only all right with that because it was Land Rover. I got that Land Rover off you.
If I'm drunk, I'll be driven. So if
Yeah.
I'm pissed up, like I'll get it because I don't give a shit.
That's
Like,
not much
Yeah.
my
choice.
inhibitions
Yeah.
have disappeared.
Yeah, fear is gone.
Becca is one of the worst drivers. And she has more dints on her car than anyone I've ever known, right? And I won't let her drive me anywhere. And the one time I let her drop me off home, I was still pissed from the night before. So I was like, "That's fine, take me home. It's only 4 miles away." And now no one's driving me anywhere, bro. Not happening. If I'm gonna crash, I'm crashing on my terms.
Yeah.
No one else's.
Same.
I prefer
A backseat driver.
comfort than speed. When I was younger, it was all speed. Like I'd have some mad little Corsa with a stupid fucking oversized engine, and I would tear the shit up. Now I just want relative-
Same.
I want a car that I know can pick up if I need it. So like I have just got a standard map on that pickup on that 4x4. But if I need it, I can go around someone. But for now, I'm happy to just put it in cruise and just
I'm the same now. I used to be
arms
exactly
up,
the same.
comfy.
I need it.
Just,
It's
I
crazy
need
that
it.
like you've got another job. Like I can't look.
A job? What's that?
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, I get like you can see that you really love it and like that's your thing. But like, the look at your car and all that. But I never thought like I thought this was you. Like it's mad that you. Is that like a part time thing or is that whenever you can?
Yeah, it's a part-time thing. It's because it's only, how our winters are. So basically, we're not driving in the winters. We have too much snow. Actually,
Is it
race
like a normal? Like you have to be there at 9 and finish at 5. Like is it?
What?
Is you have to be there at 9 and finish at 5? Like is it that
Yeah,
sort of?
usually it goes around 6 or 7 because
That's mad.
yeah, I do big days, man. It's really tiring as well. But like I said, having someone hop in, shaky, not confident in his driving or the car or whatever, actually giving him pointers and telling him how to coach him, actually how to take the course faster. Some only have 2 laps, bro. They just get shaken and then they go out and they're happy with their experience. But when you get someone that has 8 or 10 or 12 laps, what I want is at the end of these laps, he's good. You know what I mean? He's going fast. He's braking at the right
Do you
time. He's
know what,
taking the
though?
corner as
You
well.
can't explain, man. Like, I've been in some supercars in my time, and the power of them is just you cannot explain to someone
Vicious.
the feel like
Yeah.
Lamborghini power and like I know James just got a new car and have
Yeah,
you
he's
been
got
in
the Urus. Yeah, I
Oh,
love
man.
it. I love it. You gave me a ride. It's amazing. It's just as fast as a Hurricane, basically. It's just
We
a
need
big
to start
fast engine.
distributing Death Wish.
Someone's actually just said
Fucking
TYV.
Lamborghinis getting thrown around in Teslas. I need to distribute your stuff, man.
Sorry if I butcher your name, but is it Bouchade? Bouchade?
Bowshade, yeah.
TYV
Oh.
needs to make a jump into the US. Heal up, dude.
We did do some shows. We did Reno and Foxwoods a couple of years ago.
I wanna do. I was actually supposed to go Silverstone with James when you had the GT3 RS,
Yeah.
and I stopped by McDonald's at like 8 p.m. the night before. I didn't want to fucking sit in a restaurant by myself and eat. We're just going to sleep basically. Got food poisoning.
Oh, gutted.
Woke up
No
like
way.
4 a.m. like
Chucking up.
bad, bro. That the one day it could have happened anytime. The next day, the day before, whatever. The one day it happened. I was really pissed. This is one of my bucket list item, basically. You know, drive
Yeah.
on Silverstone. Now I'm doing Stuttgart at the end of the month. I might stop by Nürburgring.
Are you going to Germany?
Yeah, I decided to because I need to expand a bit in Europe. Like you said, it's a good market, and
That's exactly where we're at.
I don't have
Exactly
a
where
booth.
we're
I
at.
don't have anything. I'll just walk there and meet people. That's all I do. You know?
Come and chill with TYV, dude, man. Do you know what I mean? And you were saying, like, it's a completely different feeling than it did. Like,
I've never been.
Bro, I'm not slagging Vapor Expo in any way because
Yeah.
we still do October. I prefer October. I think, like I say, some stands.
It's bigger. It's
Evo,
busier.
Even us, and I'm not blowing our own trumpet, if we go to a show, we tend to be busy, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah, you
Like,
always
a
was.
large range of products, and we always get a decent footfall. But Expo for me used to be every stand, regardless what it was busy.
Yeah.
Whereas Germany, I have the hospitality staff in Germany are fucking awful. Like
Oh,
they're
really?
rude, they're nasty. I nearly had a straightener with a waitress, mate. Like, I had an argument for 10 minutes over fucking lemonade.
We all know Dale.
I nearly came home. He
did. It
Right,
was
I was
so
angry,
funny.
man.
I was in
Every
clip, man,
fucking
and the
German
whole thing was
hospitality
funny.
person, I was like, dude, get me a fucking lemonade or we're going to have a problem. Right?
Can I have a lemonade, please? We don't have lemonade. There's some Sprite there. Yeah, but that's Sprite.
Yeah,
You
she
take
was
the
like, we
fucking
don't sell lemonade, we sell Sprite. I'm like,
You know, you only say lemonade in the UK, though. That's why.
well, whatever the fuck.
What do you call it?
I'm not going into this shit because it's really, really that fucking woman, and we're not stopping at that hotel.
No, but
this
they don't
time.
have to be rude about it. That's
They
the
moved
thing.
next door.
Yeah,
Just
we've
so
gone
we
to the
didn't
next
go
hotel,
to-
but I shit you not, the customer base, the people, not one. One person asked for something free, but they had just bought 10 100ml bottles off us. So we were
Okay.
like, dude, have a free bottle.
Yeah,
Like,
it
we're
was
like,
literally, it was within the first 20 minutes of opening, we're like, all the way around the stand, it were like 4 people deep.
That
You know
is
what I mean?
good,
So
man.
it's
Every
like
stand
all
as well,
around,
every
all
stand.
around, people are shoulder to shoulder, which is UK
3 years
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
cool because everyone's seen, oh, they're from UK.
Well,
Let's
so
go
many-
find out what they're about. and they'd
UK
be interviewing
and
us.
out of Germany was quite a good niche because people see the German. It's the same as UK people. You tend to find the hardware and the international brands busier
Yeah.
than the UK ones because we're every day to them.
That's normal. Yeah, yeah. They want exotic. They want something
Exactly.
different.
And in Germany, like in the UK, we've got a lot of not just us, but loads of companies got strong European presence. But it's still a plane journey over to a British Expo.
Yeah.
In Germany, it's land travel for France, Italy, Spain.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
Their
it's
hardware
train
were
right
brilliant,
away.
and because most of it were like pre-TPD, you know, non-TPD compliant,
Yeah.
you got some big tanks, and everyone was just selling everything. No worry, like
No
over here,
restrictions.
you can't go
Apparently,
over
they
and
had
buy.
like thousands of people blow a cloud at once, didn't they? or something
It looked
like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
20,000
You didn't see
people.
that clip?
And I
It
didn't
looked
see. I seen a
awesome.
picture of it.
They look that were really
Yeah.
It
good.
was
Crazy.
insane. It was fantastic.
mad.
Ira did a really good job.
That's
It's
what
Irish-
scares me.
Ira is fantastic. Like the guy just accommodates. He never stops. He just accommodates everyone. I message Ira every other day, panicking about something because even though we've done the show before, I'm like, dude, I haven't had this invoice. Dude, I've not had that. Dude, I want to pay this. Dude, I need to make sure my camera. Every time we had an issue with, we didn't pay an invoice from last year that we'd never received. I messaged Ira. Ira was obviously he's a German guy, speaks German. He was liaising with the guy because I couldn't speak German, and I paid him the money and he paid them for me. So I'm like, I'm really sorry, dude. I didn't mean to miss it. We must have missed the invoice. He said, dude, PayPal me the money. In fact, you PayPal him it for me.
Yeah.
And then he paid the bill for me.
Okay.
This is a guy who deals with hundreds of vendors.
Yeah.
And he's like, even down to the smaller companies, he's like, I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll help you. He goes to every show. He wants to see how other shows are doing. He partners up with other shows. and the experience there, every single person is happy to pay for something. They're happy to have a chat. We actually hire translators so we can speak to German people in their native language.
As well.
And they know French, German, Italian, so
I
we
was
can
really
converse with
worried.
all our
I was
customers.
really worried going in because I speak zero German.
Yeah.
But everyone who was German spoke some English.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
I felt rude, but they just got on with it.
You're not
They
rude,
were
man.
sound, you know, they were just
Having the
sound
translators there
Yeah.
just flowed that so much better. And for those
Makes
two
it
girls
easier.
those two girls were. What do you want us to wear? You know, we'll do anything you want us to do. You know.
Come in your pants.
This.
Come in your pants.
Can you do me, please?
But honestly, like that show is probably
I'm
one
gutted,
of,
man.
one
I
of the
can't
best
make it.
nowadays.
Why?
I think it's
I
fantastic.
got to really well. I was gonna come because something else happened, but there is something actually really major. So I doubt it I'm gonna be able to make it, but
Okay.
it'll be all right. I'll come. Definitely
I'll
October.
replace you.
Yeah, Max, you can have my spot, man. Just roll there.
Jump in van with us. We're driving over.
Oh man, no, I'm not doing that though.
We've got a long wheelbase.
Max,
we'll put
Max,
you in driver's seat.
I drove last year. I'm
Yeah.
flying this
Yeah,
year, bro.
fuck that.
I'm,
It's so cheap to fly.
We're not
within
even
Europe
going over on the
anyway.
ferry.
Like-
We're not doing the ferry. We're driving down under tunnel.
Doing the
straight-
train tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that last year.
you drive stopping in Folkestone, like the 5 hours drive down to the coast,
Yeah.
stop overnight, then a 7 hour drive split between two of them up to Germany.
Yeah.
I think we're flying down to, we got it a bit easier. We're flying from Leeds to London, spending a night in Leicester Square, then flying from London.
Got it a bit easier. He says. A bit easier.
But saying that, the flights though for four of us, because some guys had to drive. We had to get someone on the drive, and I trust Jay and I trust Josh to drive the stuff over there. And I trust Jason to get the stuff over there and have it reach the destination. Whereas I think for flights from Leeds to London there and back up to Leeds, I shoved me and Becca in business class because Josh will wind me up on the plane. So
First world
£1,000 for four of us, return flights each. But what's the point in driving, man? Like, do you remember what the ferry cost? The ferry last year was amazing.
Oh, that were
But it
a
was
right
just
laugh,
like
wasn't it?
$2.5 grand.
Have you looked at shipping quotes as well?
Yeah,
Not
they're
even
not,
driving?
they're not friendly, dude.
No.
I've looked. No, they're not friendly at all. Because I would have shipped our stand that we took
That's
to
why-
Expo
yeah.
over, but it's fucking huge. Like we have to get
It's
two
the
big
weight
vans
as well,
to
the
fit.
sheer weight of it. We wouldn't have been able to, because we had to take two Luton vans. One of them was front to back, ceiling to floor,
Yeah.
full, and then we had to have the second Luton, which had like the other half of the stand, all the stock. So we need that minimum.
That's
Yeah,
not a pop-up
yeah.
stand though. It's all solid wood, isn't it? It's all
Yeah.
like,
Okay, you're doing the
made.
same style you did at
Yeah,
Expo. Something.
it's all
Okay.
solid
Because
stuff.
we've built that in sections, so we can just take it down and jigsaw it up, and then we could add sections and take sections
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
It's
yeah.
completely modular built. Like my dad and Scott, you give them some timber and set of screws and some tools.
Yeah.
We have a room just there that
Just
is
for them to
solely
play in?
It's just tools.
Yeah.
Like because we build all his own shops and we've built all the warehouses. We've amassed.
This
we
warehouse.
we have a joinery outfit out there. We
Literally.
can do any. You ever need a tool?
Should ask him to start a company building stands.
I said
in a
that.
gift
Keep
shop.
saying
We
it.
keep saying
Don't,
it. Keep
don't.
killing it.
My
No,
dad's
it's
my
killing
dad's
it.
nearly
there now.
60.
Yeah.
My dad's nearly 60, so he's getting close to retirement now. I think he just comes here because like me and my dad hardly spoke 5 years ago, 6 years
Yeah.
ago, but now we're like best mates every day.
That's good.
In fact,
That's good,
we were joking like. My dad would have been my best man at my wedding had he not been my dad, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And so my dad sat there and I went for Jason, who's my best man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hey.
like
Hey.
I've said to my dad, like, do you want to build stands, bro? Like we've had people message us asking
build
if
their
we would
stand?
fit their shop out or build their who builds your stand? Would you build it for us? I'm like, I wouldn't because that's not what we do. But
Yeah.
we could have made a lot of fucking money
Yeah,
from building
yeah, that's what
stands
I'm saying.
because
People need that.
the rustic effect, man. Like we're
This,
no good
this
at
took
doing
us
like
like a couple of hours to do this.
just to throw a desk
Just to
up and
throw
it's
a
just
desk
it
together.
That's
fits in
nice.
with the theme. And we,
Max, you look right at home, mate.
Yeah, I am. This is my second home.
Are you
I
into
told you.
gaming? Please say
To
yes.
what?
Gaming. Do you game?
Gaming. Yeah, I do. I
I just
do.
wanted to
Yo,
check-
you know, I played PUBG since its first release, probably for like a year and a half. Then I let go of it,
My guy.
and
I'm not.
I play Rust, man. That's all I play.
I want to be onto Rust.
You need
I
a
love
PC,
that. I love
Jack.
that.
Bro.
But I
It's the
Apex.
most
I just
toxic.
smash Apex now. That's all I really do.
I can't do it.
You know, you said
Fast-paced,
this is
I
your
don't- I
second
don't care
home.
about it.
You know,
I
you
don't know.
said this is your second home, dude. Like, I'm up for a citizenship switch because I like being cold. So I'm cool with moving there. If you can sneak me
You
in,
don't understand. If I could show a video right now of my street, I don't know if you could put it on.
dude.
the
I
screen or
love
whatever,
being
bro.
cold, like serious levels of cold.
Have you've got
You never went out your house at -40. There was 3 feet of snow that prevents
Dale.
you.
I've got the goose,
That
bro.
prevents you to go to
minus
your
40.
car and you go out and your fucking nostril sticks together because it's too cold, bro. You don't know what cold is.
I got an Explorer, one of these. Where I
Throwing
can survive
boiling
it.
water into
Mate,
air
you would
and
have
watching it freeze.
we would have no penis at -40.
I have no penis in fucking 40 degrees. Makes no difference. It was big enough to fill a pram.
Just to show you, this is my street a month ago. Just so you
A month
understand.
ago.
A month
I
ago.
love that.
That
No,
makes
that's
not 5
There's
foot tall.
houses behind these. So don't understand. I didn't see my house for 2 months. That's no fucking joke. Oh, I saw was the roof, bro. We had it bad.
See,
this
I
year.
love that,
Really
though.
bad.
I really like that.
You'd like
I
it
do-
for a
I
week's
just-
vacation, maybe, but when you go there and you live there, you know how it's always gray here and raining.
Yeah.
Just imagine this at -40
Yeah,
with
but
the
you
fucking
can't build
snow.
a snowman in rain. You know what I mean? You'd be having a right laugh.
You could build a
Well-
big ass snowman, like a big ass snowman.
And a dick. Dicks are good to
Oh,
build,
bro,
isn't it?
you get whatever you build.
A big snow dick.
Big
There's
snow
plenty
dick.
of snow to have fun in.
If we ever go to Quebec, we'll build a snow dick on your car.
In front of my house.
They'll be like, fuck Stu and Darling that have been here.
Just have it aiming towards the front door so he knows it. There's just a dick.
TYV dick.
You'd enjoy yourself, I'm telling you, but when it lasts 6-7 months and it's just nonstop like we've had it this year, it was an insane amount. It was crazy.
Why do you live there, bro?
I don't know.
Just move,
No,
come
it's
to the
my
UK,
you know,
bro.
family's there. I'm doing it. I'll be doing it within maybe 4 or 5 years, I think.
You coming here?
Because I just bought a house last year. Basically, it's my first house, so and
done.
I'm not rich. If I come here, my money's worth shit, bro. I come here with $1,000 Canadian, they give me 500 quid. Everything's the same price. Gas is the same price. A Red Bull's the same price.
We get fucked over here, like, big time. 'cause,
And me
like,
go over there.
we're talking about, like, if we buy a MacBook over here and it's $999, it's £999 here.
Is it
Exactly the same.
Well,
like,
I've
but
watched,
we
like-
pay more.
TV prices? Like a TV LG OLED in Canada is like 2,800, and here it's like 1,200 pounds, which makes sense. But I didn't know maybe Mac and some
Yeah, it
other
is
company.
now. I bought that fucking OLED TV for $2,500, and the week later it come down 700 quid. I was gutted.
Usually they refund you, didn't you? They
What?
don't do that here.
No, to the
When
fuck
you
no.
buy within 30 days, we go back. If they go down in price, they'll pay the difference.
Oh, hell
Really?
no. Nah.
You're like,
Dude.
get me there now.
I know.
Dude, Curry's over here, which are like one of the
Yeah, yeah.
main companies over here. I once tried to take they once did an offer where it was like a 40-inch 3D TV. This is like 10 years ago, and a Blu-ray player for $999. So I went in and bought it on my 3D TV. So I bought it, came home. Not 3 days later on the Sunday, like bank holiday deals, a 50-inch TV. This $999. Fuck this. So I went back. I said, I want that 50-inch TV. And I said, right. I said, no, you're taking this shit back. I went, oh no, it's being used. It's not faulty, so we can't exchange it. I went, okay. Took it home, screwdriver straight through vent hole at back, snapped the board. I went, your TV's broke, mate, and swapped it.
You see the guy? I was on Facebook the other day, and a guy, he bought, say, like a 50-inch TV, but in the UK, say, like the telly's displayed, and underneath there's the boxes of the TVs ready to go.
Yeah.
So the guy's bought a fucking 50-inch TV or whatever. He's gone into the shop with a receipt. He's picked a 50-inch up off the shelf, gone to the counter and got a full refund with a display telly. Like, that's what we do in the UK. Someone just asked, do you have issues with flooding when the snow melts? Pretty good question, I thought.
That it just happened.
I bet that's fucked, any when that melts.
Because winter this year really lasted long, and it was cold for a long time. So basically, like just 2 weeks ago, I'd say 2 weeks and a half ago, I went from like -5 to like 13 degrees, 15 degrees. So all that shit melted up at once, and it was flooding. There was, I think, 4,300 some homes that were
How are
flooded.
you heating your houses over there?
It's very isolated. The way we build houses is not the same as here. Like our windows are like doubled, and
Oh, okay.
everything's different. Like
So it holds heat really well.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of timber framing in Canada and stuff.
yes,
The timber
yeah.
insulated. They
We
use
still
like
do timber frames.
it's like structurally insulated panels. They're called that.
Yep.
It's basically like a prefab wall.
Yep.
There's basically timber, solid insulation, then timber again. Because they tried it's called SIPs. They tried it when I was surveyor. They tried introducing it over here, and
It's
people were just like,
glass,
"Fuck it, we like bricks."
Would
glass.
the wood not rot over time doing that?
No, it's
From the
glass
heat?
fiber. What they do?
Yeah.
Glass fiber.
It's,
And the
it's all
houses-
reinforced timber, and it's guaranteed for God
No,
knows
it's
how
15
long.
years, 15 to 25 years.
You seen the
depending on
houses like you can get for like 200,000 in America and stuff. Got fucking pools and shit.
I-
Well,
I've
again, it
paid-
depends because you look in New York City, you can't get a one-bed studio for 500 grand in
No,
New
no,
York
no.
City.
Well,
Then you go to a different state. And
yeah.
I was looking in
It's the
North
same for
Carolina at
us.
one point. Like in North Carolina, obviously when I was friends with J-Mark and stuff like that, I looked there just for interest.
Friends with who?
Shut up. Fuck Rogue. But like I was looking there, and like he had a 1,400 square foot, what you call it, a bungalow. Like I think they call it a dormer or something, but like a bungalow, 1,400 square foot, big fucking area, and he paid I think $100,000 for it. So about at the time 70 grand. Like I've just bought a small 2-bed house for 92. Like
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
What's your house? Is it like 1 floor, 2
It's
floors?
1,000 square feet.
Just 1 floor?
It's 1 floor, but I have a finished basement. So basically, it's 2,000 feet because I use the basement. I have 2 bedrooms, another bathroom, and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I paid the equivalent of, let's say, 140,000 pounds.
I won't want a basement, but living in a basement if there's that much flooding. Like, I'd be a little bit worried there.
I'm good,
Like
I'm
seeing
on-
at
I'm high
Titanic
ground.
without water going under my bed. Like,
I'm on high ground, bro. I'm safe. I'm safe.
You've got
yeah.
a dog as well, haven't you?
Yeah, Zen.
And where is he
My
now?
little buddy. Actually, I have a friend staying at my place because life happens sometimes. So I've been helping him since January. He's moving to his place on July 1st, but meanwhile, he's babysitting.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell, so we can all live in Maxims if we go over there, yeah?
Oh, of course.
Sounds
Everybody,
good,
you know, all my friends in the UK, I've always told them they never fucking visit me.
Bro, I
know
would
who
be,
you are.
You can't get there. There's fucking 6 foot of snow and it's minus 40.
No,
I'd
that's the
fucking
thing,
walk
though.
there if you'd let me in. I will fucking walk.
I told you though, if you ever come, I always have a.
You
a
can't
guest
get there,
room,
bro.
man.
You,
But
you need to
you'll-
start doing if I send you some boards, you know, protest outside. Just let the guy in.
Let the hell in.
You know what I mean? Just start a protest.
Just one dude with a fucking sign in front. Let Dale in. Who's Dale? Wilkinson.
Exactly.
oh, that Wilkins.
Yeah. As soon as you said the
Say it
surname,
twice.
bro, they're like,
Yeah, you can't let
arrest
him in.
him.
But yeah,
Crazy.
no, I'm helping him, and I'm happy he's doing well right now. And yeah, but after that, I always tell my friends here, like, I want you to come because as much as winter sucks,
You shouldn't have said that on a live podcast.
you have to be my friend, real life friend.
You'll have us all land with fucking smashing beer cans on our
Well,
head. and that.
you'll get the Airbnb special. No, but yeah, in the winter, like you guys, you probably enjoy it. If you come visit for a week or two, like you'll probably enjoy it.
I hate the cold, mate.
As much as winter sucks, summer is amazing.
I'd do it
We
for
have-
skidoos and stuff like that. 'cause
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That'd be so cold going to work.
Yeah, yeah, well-
car snowed in. Bike.
That's
Quad.
the thing. You cannot drive snow bikes on the road.
I get a quad though.
You know what I mean?
Just go garden
You
hopping.
can't do quad on the road either.
was-
You have to drive a car
And you
on the
got
roads.
you got a 4x4
You what?
in your car, 4x4.
Yeah, quattro. Well, even front wheel drive or rear wheel drive is drivable. It's just we are used to it. Even if there's this much snow on the road, we'll drive.
The difference is the
there
government
ice?
though
We have
probably
to drive.
fucking clear the roads in your country. Yeah, they just don't give a shit. So like we
put
get that
salt.
much snow and the country just
Yeah.
stops.
No, us it's
Everyone
we're not
forgets how
used
to
to it.
drive instantly. A little bit of dandruff comes down.
you get.
The country
know.
goes to a standstill.
James sent me a video this winter. He was like, "Look, it's snowing. What are you doing? Sit in traffic. It was not. It's not moving. It was just
crazy, mate.
sitting. There was barely white. You were
Yeah.
still seeing grass. I'm like,
England don't
Us-
know how to drive rear wheel cars in snow. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
England don't
But you
I mean,
don't
to be
have
fair,
winter
Becky doesn't know how
tires
to
either.
drive a rear wheel car in dry roads, but, but most people over here, they're like, "Oh, I've got a BMW, I've got a Mercedes, I've got oh shit, it's not all this. Oh, no, I'm having a day off work."
I actually live 45 minutes away from here. So we travel that every day, me and Soph. And just a normal day, there's a motorway called the M62 and it's a fucking
The worst
arsehole.
motorway in England.
It's literally, look, we don't start work till 9 o'clock. We
Yeah.
have to leave our house at 7. And it's 29 mile away.
yeah,
It's an absolute joke, man.
we have the same. It's about the same thing. The thing is, when you wake up and there's like 3 feet of snow that accumulated overnight, well, you still have to go to work. Doesn't change anything.
How does that affect your second job?
Well, it's closed in the winter. So
Makes it
of
more
course,
fun.
like I said, yeah, we just do it from literally when I come back on May 10th. It's the first day, and we end up like early November, right before it starts snowing.
I don't know if Stealth has asked us this or you this. What's the driving test like over there? As you need to be a fucking genius to
Oh,
get a
every-
driving license.
Well, you can be an absolute mint driver over here, and they'll still fail you.
We
because
have a
they've got
pass.
hit
We
the
have a
pass
pass
rates.
fail rate over here. So say
Yeah.
if they do 20 tests a day with one instructor, that instructor will have maybe depends what test centre, like Eccleshill we were talking about this the other day, the one I passed at is sort of like a 66% ratio.
Okay.
Horsforth's like 30%. So if they do 20 drivers, 6 are passing. If they pass 6 in the morning, no matter how good you do in the afternoon, you're failing. You never know
really?
this. You never see the proof of this, but you could do an absolutely immaculate driving test. Sorry, minor, you did that. And they'll make up a reason. You're
Really?
like, yeah, you'll be like, I didn't fucking do that. And they're like, sorry, mate. It's like, listen, I swear to God, my first driving test was immaculate. My second one was shit. I stalled it like twice. And, you know, you do the on the gears 2-3 times. Oh, fantastic job. I'm like, you fucking did.
Fucking hell. What I was going to say, I was want to have a little touch on samples.
Yeah.
What's the crack with these? You know, where can people get hold of them? You know, what do we do about them? You know,
What we did with it is Vapor Expo. We actually I wanted to put the juice in people's hands, actually have people try it.
Yeah.
And I've tried to speak with people as well. I was not screaming on stage and just throwing boxes at people. I was just
have a
hitting
fucking
people
sample.
passing by. Here's a taste of Canada, and like try it. The flavors on the back. Some's fruity, some's desserty, one's creamy. Bit of everything. You should find something you like.
Did you have any feedback?
Yeah. A lot of people were actually at the show and just grabbed the bottle, and they were like, "Do you sell a bigger bottle?" I'm like, "Yeah, just go see Aaron."
It's actually crazy, guys. So the people that are watching this and that'll watch it afterwards, Specail is obviously Maxime's juice. It's proper fucking nice. If you see this on a shelf anywhere, copy yourself a bottle, man.
Thank you.
It's a banger. Akina oil is lush. I could drink
I'm
the
an
shit.
Akina guy.
So Toasted for me is an absolute.
I can
mincer.
drink it.
It
I
is
can literally
such
drink
a
it.
banger.
The thing is, thick oil too is not hype juice. It's been selling for 3 years
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Canada. It's still selling. It's not something you'll put on your shelf and get rid of in 3 months.
Yeah.
If people that like these flavors, they'll probably vape it for a long time.
See, the UK market's changed in the sense of, so like before you go into a shop and you'd want to try a new flavour. You'd be like, oh, what's this or what's that? But now, people are sticking to that flavour. Once they try it and they vape it, that's it. They want that bottle next time. And it's weird how it's working.
Look at Shane
Why-
with
why
Bavarian.
Yeah,
Were you buying different packs of cigarettes every day?
Well, yeah.
very true,
That
mate.
is- that
Do you know what I mean?
is bad.
Yeah.
If you got a flavor, like me, it's toasted. I've been vaping it for 2.5 years. Once in a while, I would be like, yeah, I feel something different. One of my buddies left me some juice, whatever. I'd grab some here. I'll just vape something for a day or two. But after that, I'm like, nah, I need to re-wake. I'm coming back to toasted.
It's mad for me because I've said it and I'll say it again. It's always biased for the boys at work
Yeah,
for Dale
yeah.
because he generally, like the other day, Dale's obviously got space in his shops for guest juices, and look, we get this juice in. Dale's like, oh, it's amazing, and it is amazing. I get a bottle, and it's like I always go back to what I know, man. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do that these
Yeah.
days. A hell of a lot of people do it, man. It's mad because I'd want a new juice every fucking day before. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, I
Yeah.
want to try that, I want to try this, and vape it. And
It
you
was
know.
definitely that industry then, though. Like, you wanted to collect everything. Your hardware
Yeah,
collection.
yeah.
and
Yeah,
what were
yeah.
it like
Yeah.
then, man? It's just boom. Just
It's like-
no point. I use one mod, and I've got loads at home. There's no point.
Yeah.
I use one mod all the time. I use salts all the time.
Well, I
now.
spend a lot of the time in the pudgy shop, and like my fiance works in there, and you know, a couple of others, and the customers come in, and some of them don't even need to say what they want.
yeah,
like-
you just know it.
You want this bottle, like you know, you want this, and
Yeah.
they're sticking to it, man.
That's
and
good.
It is good, definitely
it's
good.
customer relationship that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it will-
you build good rapport with people.
Do you know what I like about Thiggle? And I'm not just saying this to big any of ourselves up, but this, whilst some parts of the community have died off and it's not as popular and the friendships and things, it's quite cutthroat now. That brand in particular is a perfect demonstration of how networking with good friends can work.
Yeah.
Because you own the brand, we co-pack it on behalf of you and Evo, who is also a friend of ours.
Yeah.
That's 3 business owner friends who work together
And it
to
works.
benefit each other,
Yeah.
and it
I mean,
works flawlessly.
When I first started working for the Yorkshire Vapor, wholesale was primarily on with. We had a distributor for all our stuff, so doing wholesale was quite difficult because
Yeah.
we had a
Yeah.
sole distro. So
No, you
some of
came
the
on
only
just as that
things-
was stopping.
Some of
'cause
the
we
only
had a-
well, no,
we had a
I'd
sole
been here
distro.
for I'd been for a few months, so the only thing I could actually wholesale thick oil because we were doing thick oil then.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Fuzz
through the previous dish.
Fuzz.
Yeah.
as well. So this, what else were we doing then? But this
Coils?
primarily, yeah, coils,
Coils for
fuzz. They were things that I could really because we had a distro already.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you know, we were quite limited until we took it back and then.
As
Well,
you
you
know,
know the market as well.
Distros break down over, or they can do if it's with the wrong people and stuff. And we had it with a distro who had full exclusivity on our behalf. So we were essentially manufacturing to send to them.
Yep.
And we had a great relationship for quite some time. And then it went from literally there to being, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, our entire business, or my staff, depend on you doing what you say. And that just went through the floor. Like, we got not to go into specifics, we got an order which was like frequently high volume. It kept our business running, kept their business running. And then the next monthly order was below one person's salary. I was like, below one person's monthly salary. And I was like, what? And you want exclusive for the fucking country and Europe on that? I'm like, I can't do that, dude. Then they're a big kickoff, and then pulling it back to ourselves where we distribute it as well as other trusted distributors worked so much better. Like, I know other companies like Zeus, they recently pulled it all back into themselves and did it themselves. That's great. I personally wouldn't do that because we have quite a good relationship, especially with James. And
if you can do both, like me, I'd have to open a business here and start ringing shops up. It makes no sense to me. I'd rather have distros here that know what they do. But Eric from Eye of Aris, I don't know if you saw that juice pass through. Yeah. It's his first time in the UK. He was at Expo, and his juice line is doing phenomenal in the UK. We ship it.
Carac have got that now.
Yeah, correct. But he works for my Canadian distro, basically. Okay. He's not part of Carac, but the juice, his line is available on Carac Vape. Yeah. And it's doing well. There's team members here, and the juice is, Carac ships it here a lot. There's one shop that used to order it as well. Now he's been cut off, but other story. And he came here hoping for a distro, whatever. So I'm like, look, what you need is find a lab, and then if James wants to pick it, I would go with James. Because he won't take your line, push it like hell for 3 months, and then fucking burn it to the ground.
We also,
you know what I mean?
We also do co-packaging.
We're both proof of that.
I know, don't worry. I know.
Listen, me and you are both proof of that. He's had ours since me and James first. When me and James first spoke, I couldn't sell it to him because I had deals with radiuses with other companies. But it got to a point where we were doing ourselves out. We wouldn't have grown. So I had a word with my other distros. They were fine with it. And then that was the first step on the ladder for us with James. And that was 4 years ago. And he's every range now. He doesn't even try.
I love James Burst.
He has a trust. He knows it. He knows.
He's confident in our brand.
It's not just him though. The whole team.
I must cracking. His mom.
I must say, James is amazing, but the people surrounding him, you feel that it's a family business.
Yeah.
It is family run.
Yeah.
They do care about it. They care about who and what they distribute, what brand they take on.
Definitely.
And they work it in a long time perspective, which is my vision as well.
Yeah.
And let's say a good part of the vape industry is people just trying to do a cash and grab and just fucking leave. You know what I mean?
Oh, it makes me feel proud though, because I've knew James for a long time, and seeing James starting distro in a vape shop, and when I used to go in there, I used to buy stuff off him myself, and seeing him all running around, and then from where he's gone to there, it's a mad achievement. But we touched on the Reaper Squad juice or the Death Wish juice or whatever. Is that in the pipeline? Is there an exclusive you can drop?
It is in the pipeline, but I'm a very slow worker because I'm I'm perfectionist.
I'm squeezing for an exclusive here, Max.
Yeah, well,
you heard it here first.
We're working on the V3 prototype, the tubes. It's a brand new design. I don't even know if it's gonna work, to be honest. I just went mad. I'm trying something. I don't know if it's
something different or
it's kind of been done before, but it's not. You know what I mean? Because like the switch I have on the V2s, it's a bottom switch, but the contacts and constant contact on the battery and then the contact under it. Some companies lately use that idea. I don't know where they got it. Brand new idea, and then now I just trying to move on to something else because I just want to do something different,
unique.
I don't know if it's gonna work. If it's gonna work, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very, very friendly to use.
And that's a tube.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on a regulated mod, which is a very big project for me. It's gonna be a CNC box, aluminum, anodized with a DNA 250C chip. So it's gonna be high quality. That's why
out the life. I'll definitely be purchasing one of them, mate.
Yeah,
it's gonna be high end. Then
that's the thing. Everything is related because that's what's always been on. We can argue on price, but for the price I sell these, you get the RDA and the tube. Go buy any other mod and find an RDA to put on it. 100% will be higher than this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the quality you get. now doing the regulated thing, the cost is going to be higher.
I think it's a really good shout though, going regulated.
I know, but
Really good.
I'm not going to do 10,000 of these. Do you know what I mean?
Can you
It
please
does
put one
open up
aside?
to a lot more market doing a regulated device because
Yes.
you can literally have your mouth to lung vapors using that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can last a lot longer.
We would stock it because it was regulated. We have zero footfall for mechanical, like none.
Do you have
In
some
our
in your
stores.
shop?
We have no. I don't think we have any tube. We don't
We've
stock.
got,
tubes
we've
full
got
stop.
vindicators.
I'm just
in.
that's one of
No,
the
we don't have
problems.
Vindicate anymore.
No.
If you don't have it in the shop, you're not going to sell it.
No, but we've
Mech
had it.
mods, I know, but just ask James to send you a couple, put it on the shelf, and I know he's going to take them back if you don't sell them. Do you know what I mean?
Online probably would, but the footfall in the areas and stuff, people don't want to really do it no more.
A mech mod is a love relationship. It's a love at first sight relationship.
Yeah.
The first time I wanted the mech mod is when I walked in the shop that had some, and I was like, that's pretty, that's shiny. How does it work?
It's all I used to
more
use.
complicated.
Every day I wouldn't go nowhere without a mech.
That's what I'm saying. But if shop stops carrying mechs because it's slowed down, you're helping it die down, basically. And I'm not trying to be a dick or whatever. It's just we've been talking with Paul Harrison, obviously from Endless. I love this guy to death. He's my type of dude. Whoever doesn't like him, I don't care. I'm just saying we get along fine. And he's been saying we need to get back on getting the mech hype a bit out there. You know what I mean? We're trying to organize a CloudCom for the next Vapor Expo in October, trying to bring all the mech companies together, do something like online comps.
That'd be
you know
cool
what I
as
mean?
fuck, to be fair.
Start that thing again, because I remember when 4 years ago, was sponsored by RigMod.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Vicious End before that. I used to polish my mod, bro. I used to love
Same.
these things. You know, I was
Yeah.
crazy. Someone was calling me out online, bro. I'm going to fucking polish my tube before I
Yeah.
do a video, bro. It needs to be spick and span. We want to bring that back because, you know, mouth to lung salts, it's cool, but I don't know. I still love the feel of a mech. I still love the community.
If you and Paul can bring that back, fucking I salute you, man, because that's the sort of shit what I love.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what made, you know, I used to be the same as you. I polished my mechs. I took care of them like they was my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like
I know.
I took real pride in, you know, the 6 wraps of 20 gauge, you know, blowing a big cloud and all that. You know,
I still own several mechs that'll sit there. I always carry a mech in my bag.
Yeah.
I'll always keep that because I'll never know when. You know what? I fancy like some liquids I will only on a mech.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Madge. I won't put Madge in a tank. I'll always smash it on a mech.
I actually had like one of the first Ravens to hit the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Raven Gate.
The matching cereal, you know,
Was
scraping
it a
through
flat
the box.
black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one you got
it
shit
became
for.
brass.
Yeah. The one
See,
that,
I never had the love for not just mechanical but for dripping simply because I can't build. Like I've never learnt how to build ever.
I actually remember seeing your
You know,
Limitless
But
collection.
then I think it's
Yeah.
I bought them for dick swinging to wind people up. Like I remember Big Tom ages ago was like, I'm the first one with the mod man. It's the only mod man limitless in the UK. Now 2 days later, I'm like, fuck you, mate. You're the second. But there's two in the UK now. And I bought it to wind. Then I bought like 4 more. Then rig to piss an old acquaintance of mine off. He was like, I got this. I was like, dude, I got 14 of them, like, just to wind him up. And that's me through and through. Like the only like sort of mech I got into using for obvious reasons was the Rogue at the time because we was heavily into distributing them, and I had like 40 of them.
yeah, but you wouldn't use a Rogue because you were distroing them. You'd use a Rogue because you generally wanted to use
Well, I was
one.
around
You
them a
wanted
lot.
to support the guy as well.
You
it was a
still
support
use
thing.
regulated more so. You didn't choose to do it just to
it
show
was-
face. Did
No,
you?
no,
You
like I
collected them.
I'll use a dripper if Scott builds it for me or Jay builds it or Stuart. Because I've sat there. I remember when we first got the murdered out AVs in ages ago, and I was like, I fucking
I
want
remember that.
And I sat there and I spent 2 hours building a fucking RDA, and I kept doing one more wrap on one coil and the other. I'm like, fuck this. So I don't want it. And I
But
just
with all the pre-made coils right now, there's people doing coils for the death trap, specifically for the death trap. It will be a death coil, but there's like 4 or 5 builders that does them.
Yeah.
So you just basically unscrew your screw, push it in there,
Yeah.
cut the leads, and it's
you'd be surprised how difficult I find that.
It's not
I find that
I
extremely
wouldn't even
difficult
say
to
it's
get right.
difficult with Dal. He's a real simple viper. He wants a new coal and he wants a bottle of
He's
salt.
impatient.
Do you know what I mean? And
Impatient.
that's how he
Patience
rolls.
is
That's
not-
cool.
And he don't give a shit about his money. If his battery dies, he just grab, you know.
But then
fuck it.
again, yourself and Paul, they aren't marketing to people like me because it's not. I'm a set in my ways guy. Like
Yeah.
I am one of the same flavour, this setup, you know, I want long battery life, low wattage. That's just, but that's me at the moment. And that's simply because, as you know, I fell off the wagon like 14 months ago because of personal situations. And in fact, Nat gave me a bollocking because she like I fell off the wagon, I became re-addicted, and then she was like, dude, you own a fucking vape company, you cannot be smoking, and pretty much give me a verbal slap. And I was like, shit,
It's
okay.
true.
And then we had the salts
Rightly
coming out, so I
so.
tried the salts, and the salts have kept me off the
Well,
cigarettes.
That's the thing. That salts is a beautiful invention, I think, because if someone wants to quit smoking and you set him up with a device that is suiting for salts, you know what I mean, a good mouthfeel, like good flavor. If you don't quit smoking with that tool, you're not ready to quit.
No, you're not.
Basically, same feel, same nicotine delivery, same. It's amazing. But the problem is, people when they buy high VG, they vape on a mech or a sub-ohm thing, they go through 2-3 of these a week.
Yep.
If they buy salt, they go through 130 ml a week or 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Which brings less business to shops as well. And I personally have had experiences with salt nicks where it gives me heartburn, anxiety peaks. You know, my heart's racing at bed at night. You gotta go to bed, boy. Like,
It's because you can't use it like a sub-arm. Do you know what I mean? You need to use it when you want to use it.
I'm sort of the hybrid between the two. I use 10 mil a day, maybe a bit more.
Yeah, but
Like,
you blast through 'em,
I'm
mate.
literally, I will never stop. I don't know why, but I have always had a really addictive personality.
Yeah.
So I just, like I know people vape a lot, but you know the expo thing, what you were saying, where people vape, that's me all day, every
Yeah,
day.
me
Like,
too. That's why I can't.
How
do
many
salt,
vape
bro,
breaks
'cause-
did you have today while shopping? For
Yeah, I went
suits?
shopping for suits today, dude. After every fucking shop, when I went engagement ring shopping, dude, I was that stressed out. I was like, "Fuck it, we're off outside for a vape." Like, outside shop, outside shop, outside. I need to go outside. We're doing a live feed to make a joke of this suit shopping, and after the live feed, I'm still outside going, "Fuck them guys." Just vaping because I'm an addict, man.
Yeah,
I'm a big addict.
I am too, but I think that salt is a beautiful thing to help people. It's a great tool to help people smoking, but I don't think people should be on salt forever. That's
back
my
to-
personal opinion.
Going back to what you just said, though.
Yeah.
If people are on salts and then they decide to go into a sub-ohm, pick up some high VG, the people who are just going onto that they'll buy this, but they want to try this, so they'll buy this. And they'll buy this as well. So they're not just buying one bottle a week.
Yeah.
They're buying everything constantly
that's the
because
thing.
the
I
hobbyist comes in
I
with the
get proper
enthusiast.
like pissed off. Look, Vijay's look, he's correct in what he's saying, but look, our page it's very active, man, because you know we've got retail side as well. We have a business page, we have a group, and I get messages on a daily basis saying, like, you know, I want to blow a cloud, or you know, I smoke 20 fags a day, but I want a sub-arm tank, and I'm like, no. You need a shitty 30 quid mod with some salt in it.
Yeah.
And these people are like, I don't want that. My mate's got a fucking mod that does 200 watts. Like, well, that's not what you need, mate. And trying to explain it over a message, and then they'll come into the shop and they're like, yeah, but that one looks cool. But like, so with your fucking lungs, mate, if you don't stop smoking. Do you know what I mean?
Different
Like,
if someone came in and wanted to upgrade.
the other day,
That's
someone pulled
different.
20 cigarettes out and held the mod and went, and I was like, the fuck, man? And like,
I have to carry it.
yeah, it's like, how can you compare your life
Yeah.
and health?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't give a fuck if that.
Overweight
right.
difference.
If I had to carry a car battery on my back so I
Yeah.
didn't smoke a fag again, I fucking would. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's, I don't know. I think salt is a great invention, but the vape industry has always been a circle anyway. You remember, like, people only did mouth to lung
Yeah.
5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They all went to sub-ohm. Now mouth to lung is coming back, but flavor is not as great. The feel is not as great. You know, this is more like a shisha feel, whatever. And when I quit smoking, like he did, the first time I bought a vape, it was a mouth to lung. Didn't do it. Took a year later before I tried a mech or something. I was like, oh, I feel that the flavor is amazing. You know, I think we need. It's important to shop to have them move to a lower MG as well, so they're not as hooked and stressed out. And like, you know, I think too much nicotine is not. It's like coffee, you know, like it's the same
agree.
effect on your body.
Yeah.
Would you drink 25 coffee a day?
No.
To quit smoking, drink 25 coffee a day.
Yeah.
After a while, maybe you'll have 1 or 2 coffee a day. It would be great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I've did salt before it became mainstream. I was hooked. I was carrying my BB. I was mouth to langing. I was selling Death Wish. People were like, what the fuck you doing? I'm like, I need it, man. I was sub-ohming. I was like, that's not enough. But since I've moved back to Freebase, I feel better.
Yeah,
I
totally
do.
agree. I do. I every day. I'm big on mouth to lung. You know, I still do whip out a mouth
I
to lung.
enjoy
every
it
now and
as
then.
well.
Yeah, I enjoy it, but it's not an everyday carry for me. Like, I want that heat. I want that intense flavour. Do you know what I mean? And I want to feel like I'm using 80 watts.
Yeah.
Or however much I'm on. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I suppose a lot of people are getting all that. It's just a weird thing.
Because
And
if we keep moving people in that direction, all the salt nicks, all the pod devices and shit, you know who's gonna come in and steal all those customers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's exactly, and we have to not push them away in that direction. We have to keep the industry. It's important that we built that. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't. They studied for fucking years what we were doing with our money, our time, developing flavors, anything.
They're
bro.
just gonna
They
come in
just
with
been
millions.
watching.
Yeah.
They just come in and then sweep it all from us. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I totally agree, mate. Because they're just going to come in with millions of pounds,
Yeah.
take the shit, and before you know it, we're under the fucking wrath of
We're
someone
all
else
selling
again.
jewels and vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you're taking, and I've seen it, and in Canada it's very successful. Like I said, the stealth sells a fuck ton. I've seen a lot of people went from Max to just back to this because it's like carrying a USB key in your pocket. You just take a draw, you put it back. It's convenient, I get it, but it's still important to have a mech community, a IVG juice line, and have customer know about that.
I
type of
agree.
stuff.
100,000,000% I agree. And just on the last little bit to note, the regulated mod that you're gonna make soon. Can you please put one aside for me? Please.
You what?
Can you please put one aside for me? Because like limited numbers, I ain't losing one of them.
I'll buy a regulator.
Yeah,
mod.
yeah, definitely.
That will be my way of supporting, because if I had a mechanical mod, it'd be great, but it will be, for me, it would be for sure. And no disrespect, because I can't fucking I can't use them unless I'm
You
supervised.
support me elsewhere. I don't ask anybody to support me anyway. That's why I do limited mods, and like I do what I do at the pace that I do, because I don't. If I wanted to sell 10,000, bro, I'd be sitting on the plane every fucking week in another country trying to push my shit down people's throat. I could do it.
Well, it's mad though, because since we've spoke now, you've really made me want to go home and like, I've got a death trap. I want to go and build my death trap and like drip some juice. It's crazy, do you know what I mean? So you've brought that enthusiasm back to me just speaking to you. I miss, sitting there and building and that, but like, we live.
There was a ritual to it. Like, it's called a mechanical. It's like your car, right?
Yeah.
If you have everything installed, or you just buy a race car that's pre-built and you race it, you're gonna enjoy it. But if you build that race car for fucking 3-4 years and then you race it,
it'll be even better.
It's different. You did all those bolts. You did
Built,
all.
not bought.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's the type of relationship I still have with my mechs, and I still have with the community. I still believe there is something great behind all that.
And massive respect to you, bro, with the how you've built that, and the community and the Reaper squad, and even the guys that are with you now. Nothing but fucking hats off to you, man, for that fan base and commitment and support, man. What you've done, and it's great to see, really, because you're the only person doing it right now.
What I did? Just said I'll be me one day. Whoever thinks, I used to try and please everybody.
Yeah.
We all went there. We wanted to be accepted. We wanted to be loved. And then one day I woke up and I was like, nah, I'll just be me.
But I know, look, you've touched on Paul as well. I know you and Paul roughly stayed off around the same side, and I know he's got that sort of following as well. Yeah. And it's real good to see, man, because it's hard to fucking do. This day and age, like, someone will fucking call you a cunt, no problem. No problem.
I don't mind it.
Do you know what I mean?
I know I'm true to my beliefs, and I know I'm true to my values and what I believe in. And if you don't agree with that, we're not on the same term, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Basically, if you like my product, I'm happy you like my product. If you don't, just don't buy them. I don't care. You know what I mean?
I think it's fucking amazing. I take my hats off to you for how you've done it, man, and
Thank
for
you.
shit like that. It's really good. Can you ask Maxime if the sample packs are going to be available to buy?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, right. I don't know. It's a bit
like the good thing is you should be able to ask your vape shop, because if they received it, if they try it, they could be able to get it in. And usually vape shops will have some on sample, so you can actually walk in the shop and try them.
Well, any of our stores we got sample packs. We can try it in Yorkshire Vapor stores, and
even ask your local
Evolution.
stockists about it. Get them to get in touch with Evo.
Yeah,
to get on this. Get them to send some samples if they already have.
If you haven't tried Specail,
that's what they've been made for at the end of the day. For prospective customers, existing base, new base. It's the best way It's not just a business generation tool. It's anyone can make the phone call.
Yeah.
But like you, we found when we started doing 10 mil samples a while back, because of the range we have one generic label, like Yorkshire Vapor branded label, has the flavour name on. But putting that in customers' hands, it reduced our cost from sending out 100 mils.
Yeah.
We have 57 short fills now. Over
59.
I get asked
59
on a
over
daily
12
basis.
ranges.
Yeah.
We can't be sending out 100 mil of each of those to shops, man. It's a fucking expensive job.
Once upon a time when we had a lot shorter range, we were doing
We
that.
could
But
do
even
that.
then,
I
that's
was
a
doing that as
wedge.
well.
That is a wedge.
I get asked nearly every day for samples of TLV. Every day.
But not
Got samples, got
going to
samples.
numbers. We know what we generated of those for you, and that will be a huge impact.
I
a
hope
huge
so.
impact.
I hope so. I hope all the
I mean-
shops in the UK that are doing business with Evo, I know they have a massive amount of wholesale account.
Yeah.
And they should be putting them in boxes all week and next week and whatnot. So every shop will be having them on hand. So someone come in and I want to try it.
Evo do well, not just in the UK as well, though, because they've got a big reach. They've
Massive,
been doing it
yeah.
for a long time. Their
Yeah.
connections and mad. So
We wish nothing.
And they do business the right way. That's, I think, why they are so respected as well. Because
Yeah.
they
They
always been
do
shooting
business
straight.
at the end of the day. Business. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like I love the community side of things. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it does get to a point, and I think a lot of people like James and certainly myself have realised that community only goes so far when it comes to. It's great having that following and the community side of things, but at the end of the day, that has to end somewhere.
Yeah.
Because community doesn't pay bills. Do you know what I mean? You've got to
Well-
have the right business head whilst having the compassionate community side as well. You've got to be able to, like, I would never be the owner of a company who wouldn't speak to someone. Like, I don't go in my own shops because I'm not great at speaking to certain people. Like, I purposely took myself away from being retail facing because I have a fucking short temper.
Yeah.
And whilst my staff are not sound like animals, but like they're not trained to be, they're trained to be polite and like Sophie always speak about, like, he's unbelievably like patient, but I'm not. So I can't stand there. Customer comes in, why is this not working? I'll pick the fucker up and throw it back at him. Someone throws a mod at me in the store, I'm throwing it back. So I took myself away from that, and I'll go to the expos and I'll meet people there. But like, honestly, like everyone we have, it's so like, I'm really sorry this is happening, or let's work with you. But I swear
It's
to
all
God,
about customer service at the end of the day.
We just saying we won an awards out for that.
we won Best Customer Service Award last year.
and hand on heart, like, you know, we all support you, Maxim. I think you're a lovely character, wicked bloke, and Specail, man. If you haven't tried this shit, go and try it, man. I mean, give it a blast, give it a whirl, and I really, honestly think it's going to do well. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
if anyone's
You're bringing
local
out-
to any of our shops as well, we've
Pop
got
in,
it all
man.
on
Yeah.
all on tester bars. Give it a go.
I
You
can't
can
wait to
go
see your
from
new
our shop.
mods. Can't wait to see the Reaper squad grow, and I can't wait to see you keep doing your thing, man.
Thanks, bro.
Honestly, I mean that from the bottom of my heart, mate. Keep doing
I know
it.
you do.
Be you,
Appreciate
man, and yeah, fucking massive respect for what
Thanks
you've
for
done, what
having
you've
me
gained.
here as well.
Thank
Really
you for
appreciate
coming,
it.
bro. We're nice
That
and
was
excited
last
to see you,
minute.
man.
I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, we
I
took
really
Maxim
had a good
straight in
time.
the chair. Get in here,
Hi,
mate.
bro. Nice.
I'm in York. I'm in York. Well, what are you doing in like an hour?
Yeah, we got a podcast. So obviously you all know Maxime. He's the owner of Deathwish Mods. Specail is his juice line. You know where to get it from. Thank you for being here, bro. We're much appreciating.
Thanks for having me.
You're gonna go for some dinner now, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
What a legend. So yeah, thank you for everyone that liked and shared it. Thank you for everyone that's tuned in. And Maxime, hopefully we'll see you again soon, dude. Next time you come, you're going to be like, fuck going up there.
Germany, yeah. It's going to
Germany,
be
man.
good in Germany.
Next time you
You
come
have
to
to
the
come.
If you
UK.
do want to drive the van, feel free though. Like,
Fuck no.
Guys, it's been a pleasure, man. And thank you. Next time you come, Maxime,
everybody.
you're on the podcast, dude.
Bye bye.
Peace.